Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth.
Wee. Don't know what this is. What am I doing? Wee.
Welcome in, everybody.
Have a good feel. Get a good grope in.
Jeremy is very gropey on this occasion.
I've been reading far too much Mr. Tickle. That's the problem.
Oh, that's it. He loves to grope.
He gropes at distance. Yeah,
he does.
Yeah.
It's very clever stuff. Welcome into this, the 103rd episode of Don't Get Me Started.
Our third Tuesday night, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
This week has gone hella quick, and then I feel like I was only here like 10 minutes ago doing this show last time. So,
you know, because we went to see Counting Crows on Thursday, and I should say that's going to be one of my haps. I mean, like, spoiler alert, the thing we did was fun. All this stuff that's sitting around here has just been sitting around clogging up my front room. Since then, so we just like concertinaed these fucking huge road things down, and everything just sat around here.
Fair enough.
Taking up space, the lighting, the camera, because obviously we didn't do anything. But yes, welcome in again to this another Tuesday night. I'm enjoying the Tuesday night.
I'm digging the Tuesday night. I do believe the people are as well.
Yes.
And if they're not, I will speak on their behalf and say that they are.
Do you can you tell us if you like the Tuesday night or if you prefer it to go back to Fridays? It won't make any difference, but it would be nice to have some sort of sort of validation.
Yeah, that's what you do with focus groups, right? You take in all the information and go, no, actually we're right. So go
no,
fuck
it's
yourselves.
the children that are wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What is weird about that? Whenever I want something and I think, do you know what? Oh, click, boom, and it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened. Unfortunately, I can't quite see who just...
It was Aletha.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Aletha, thank you very much for resubscribing. I need all the subscriptions I can get. They're low at the moment because I stopped doing like Gartic Phone and all that sort of kind of stuff. So as a result, those Tuesday nights of nonsense stuff, I'm not getting those sweet subs as much.
You're doing this Tuesday night of nonsense stuff instead.
Oh, so maybe they'll pick up again.
Yeah. Who knows?
Except they won't. Probably. Yeah.
Cryptic message.
Yeah. Anyway, forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, sometimes I want to buy something, whether it's tech or anything, and I'll like, do you know what? I really like the look of that Hoover or look at this thing. I'll look online and people are like, well, I'm not too sure. I really think it's very good. I'm like, no, let's look at another video. And I just look at it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. I'm like, I will just... It's very much confirmation bias. I'm like, I will look for the opinion that is the same as mine. And I will not take dissenting opinions. Nope. Oh, this guy thinks it's good. 5 stars, you say? Yes, I quite agree. That's
the one I want. You know, I bought my dad some headphones, some big over-the-ear wireless. I think I mentioned it for his birthday. He really wanted something good. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to buy you something really, really great. And he was like, oh, it's a bit expensive. I'm like, no. For years, we've bought you like socks or books or stuff, and now you really want something. So I researched like the good ones, and they've said, oh yeah, you know, the 5th generation of these are not a great improvement. There's no point in spending the money. And so now whenever I look on them, I'm like, says, yes, the 4th ones are the best. And I'm like, yes, I agree with this. You share the same opinion as mine. I love it. So yeah. So if you do like the Tuesday nights, tell us that you like the Tuesday nights, and we'll tell you how right you are.
Yes.
And how great you are.
Yeah, basically, if you want to be told you are right, then say Tuesday nights are great.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. I don't know how much more simple we could make it.
It's not very often that you are told directly how to be told you're great.
No.
Sometimes you've got to work really hard for it.
I know. I can't mention James's one yet, but we will. That'll pay off. I like Tuesdays, but does he mean he likes just Tuesdays in general, or does he mean he likes Tuesday like separate from this event? Do you know what I mean? Because I think he might be hedging his bets.
Yeah, I don't feel like he's being specific enough. If he wants us to say he's great, he needs to be very specific.
Like Tuesday night, Don't Get Me Started, and it's brilliant. Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Shall we say some welcomes into people that I can see are here? I know. Welcome in.
Scroll to the top.
To Harmstone. And to yourself, Jez. You're there as well.
Hi, me.
I know that Will is here because he's first. And James31 has got some interesting news there, which I really, really enjoyed reading. We'll come back to Tam Zanaki. Welcome in.
Streamlabs. Hello, Streamlabs.
Fuck you, Streamlabs. Playing the marbles or whatever. Oh, it's Pixelbot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know Aletha is here. Welcome in. And
We just had an aftermath.
And yeah, Kirsty, good to see you. Dropping in a hat. We're going to get to that. So yeah, all looking good. All looking good for a Tuesday night. Lots and lots of stuff on our clipboards to read. You know, lots of things.
Aggressively.
Stuff. Things.
Flaps, notably.
I like Tuesday evenings between 8 and 10.
Ah, what a great opinion to hold.
Brilliant opinion.
Mm.
That is not an unpopular or controversial opinion at all.
It is not.
That is the opinion held by the masses, and I applaud you, sir. Not actually, but, you know.
No, it doesn't come over well on a microphone, despite the many filters that we put on it.
I do not want to clap
No.
on the mic.
No clap today.
Faint praise. Damn good faint praise. Yes. Yeah. Listen, it's almost Halloween, Jeremy.
It is. Yeah. I think people are already in the kind of Halloween mood.
They really are.
WWE held Halloween Havoc
yes.
for NXT this week. I thought that's a bit early, but, you know.
Listen.
You could have done it this Saturday, and then it's really close to Halloween, like 2 days before.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
But, you know, fuck timing and stuff, I guess.
Is that always been a WWE thing, or was it taken from WCW?
It was a WCW thing.
Right.
But NXT like to use some of those old WCW names. So they have the Great American Bash, they have Halloween Havoc. They did do Starrcade, but they haven't done that very much.
Have they done In Your House? Was that? Do you remember?
They did do In Your House, which wasn't a WCW thing, but they're just using old
I like
names.
that sort of stuff. I don't want them to use old storylines. I just like them to use the old names. Not that I really watch it. Thanks for dropping in BCW. Will BCW return? Well, obviously. Will it be soon? No. But, you know, anyway, thanks for dropping that. I'm a big fan of that little Tom made sting.
Shall we
Sting, you know what I mean?
put together a campaign to get Tom fired? Just because we all want BCW back.
We do.
And frankly, his employment is mighty, hella, James, inconvenient.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, fuck his job.
Yeah.
Get your ass back here.
I've been talking to him, and I don't even know if he is working, frankly. Every time I'm doing Gloomhaven with him, he always seems to be available, so, you know, yeah, so let's get him back here. Let's get him back. I mean, we have said it might be possible to run it remotely, but I don't think it's gonna. Hopefully, he'll just come back for a kind of a little visit.
Yeah, a little like 2-3 year visit, something like that.
Imagine if he came back for like a 1 week only, and it would only say he came back on the Monday and he left on the next Monday, so there's only one Saturday available, and his parents.
You would have to pre-record like a week of BCWs. You just have to like get the taping in.
Yeah,
you know. And just hope that Eric Bischoff isn't there, like, broadcasting your results to the world in advance.
I just think it'd be amazing if my brother was like, well, Tom, it's good to see you back. We haven't seen you for a while. Thought we might go out for a dinner. It's like, no. I'm
sorry, Dad.
I'm
recording a week worth of BCW.
Oh, my goodness me. Well, there's lots of haps and naps being logged in the HapNap database.
Which is good. That's where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Voice did a funny thing.
Yes.
And I assume.
I also want to read. I want to know what they're talking about.
I assume that you are gently nudging me towards pressing a button.
I am. I think it's time for us to embark on the segment we call "This Is Happening."
Yeah, boy.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
Basically, tonight will consist of me deliberately saying things that I know is going to piss James off.
Because I thought you said don't say hella.
Yeah, so I said hella again.
Is there I feel there's a... I might be confusing it with Hollaback Girl, which is by Gwen Stefani, but I'm sure there's a hella song.
She does do a hella, yeah.
Song. Can somebody work that? Because I think it's... feeling hella good. No, is it?
Yeah, feeling hella good. So
just keep on dancing. Yeah, that's it. Hella, yeah, that's it. We should have feeling hella good. So fuck you, James. Oh, God.
Complete parody coming soon. Direct to James's ear holes.
This is happening where we look at all the haps and naps, the goods, the bads, the greats, the shits.
The things that are making us feel hella good.
Yes.
And the things that are making us feel hella not good.
That is a fair representation of it. Yeah. Gwen Stefani makes me feel hella good.
She does me as well.
Yeah.
Yes, especially certain parts of me.
My ears, because she's a singer.
That's where I was going. My auditory canal.
Yeah. The words that go into my ears by her mouth.
And other canals.
The canals. I like the idea that it's now a canal. The canals. Right. Shall we find our way to like wherever that thing is?
Yeah. Good point. Let's do the thing that we're doing. Okay, kicking off. Went to see Shepway Voices, says Will, at LCH. I assume that's Lees Cliff Hall.
Yes.
And it was mega hap.
Yes, I went to see it as well, and it was really good. Shepway Voices were really good, and they weren't the only ones on the bill. They were like there was another kind of it was just two actors. Also apparently penguins.
That's them walking like the old like the credits video. It's just their feet walking with the words.
Every time I watched that, I couldn't work out how they did it because I know they're just walking, but it's the way they kind of roll their foot around, and I was like, "How are you walking in the bill?" Because it just seems like
I would tune in just to watch the credits of the bill. I couldn't give a fuck about.
Oh no, I never watched the actual show.
I just watched the credits because I'm mesmerized by their rhythmic walking.
That's it.
They're both perfectly in time, and it goes in time with the music.
2 hours of this, everybody. Do you know, all soaps, I think, to a degree, have one character that's holding it together. And back then in the bill, it was Burnside. I don't know.
Is that the ginger one?
No. Or maybe we're thinking that was. Oh shit! Well, that guy. But Burnside was like the kind of. It was a little bit dodgy. It was on the right side of the law, just about, but he wouldn't bust some heads to find out what's going on.
Oh no, he wasn't the best one.
You think?
No.
I thought he was the villain-y kind of guy.
It was the kind. Oh no, it was the kind of shorter one. I've forgotten his name.
I know who you mean.
Was it Kevin? They're all Kevin. Everyone's Kevin.
They're ginger.
I'm not sure he was ginger actually.
There was a ginger one.
There was a ginger one.
I know who you're talking about.
But there's the other one. He was kind of blondie. God. He drove an Austin Maestro, like cop car.
You've joined us to rant about / reminisce about the bill. The bill. How did we get there? Oh yeah, right. So people are on the. That was all just coming on. I said.
I don't even know how we got.
I know how we did it.
Lees Cliff Hall, Shepway Voices. You were there.
I was. There were many other people on the bill.
Oh yeah. Do 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 do. He said it again.
Will's brother Ben was pretty much in every band. Like he was in. I don't think he was he. I presume he was singing in Shepway Voices, although I was too low down to see. But he was also in a close harmony kind of a cappella-y kind of group. It wasn't a cappella; it had a backing group. That's the backing thing, but it doesn't. Let's not get into the weeds here. He was in a harmony group, and then he was also in a.
Was it Fifth Harmony?
It was not. They were called Sweet Harmony.
Oh.
And
Ba, ba, ba.
they didn't do that one, unfortunately. It was really good, and they did.
Trick.
They did that, and then he was also in a ukulele band, and he was in another band of like he was in a band with like another. There were 4 of them. The 3, and doing a kind of a like slightly Fleetwood Mac-y country kind of thing. And then he was finally. I'm like, oh my god!
Like there will be no bands without me.
Yeah, like
I am the bands. I'm the band who knocks.
Yeah, he was in everything, and he's very talented. But he was just like in everything. I was like. Oh, here we go.
So I hope you like Ben.
I hope you like Ben. An evening with Ben. Oh my god, it was good. But I was like, is anybody else here? But yeah, no, it was really great. And at the end, that wasn't Shepway Voices. They had a clarinet. They had a clarinet band, and one of I can't. The clarinet band was both like probably my hap or nap of the week. It was so.
So you're saying they were shit?
I held it together.
Just to cut through the reeds here and just like dispense with the fluff. They weren't good.
I was in the front row, and one of them could not play the clarinet and kept put in a kind of little squeak on the end of it, like so, like.
Thank you, Hamstone. I'm glad you got there.
Clarinet joke.
The Reeds was a clarinet joke.
That's good.
It's the reed.
That's very good.
It's not me. It's the reed.
Yeah, I was in the front row, and this guy just kept not being able to play his notes truly, so it's just going. I'm like, oh, and every time he did it,
was he doing the Wombles theme?
I get. Honestly, it wasn't clear sometimes what they were playing.
Yeah.
As a whole, they were all right, but he was the one guy that just kept playing wrong notes and squeaky notes. And the first time he did it, I let it slide. And the second time, I was like, hold it together. And then, like, after a while, they played something. I'm like, oh my God, I think I'm going mad. I was just looking at this cacophony of fucking noise coming my way. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know how to get out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. And then they played something at the end where they played Land of Hope and Glory, which didn't really sound like it, and Rule Britannia, which kind of sounded like it. And then he hit 2 wrong notes in a row, and I lost it entirely. And I sunk into my seat, and I was just like, I'm sure they're lovely people, but I was just, it was that one guy, just, it was a wrong note too far, and I was just starting to laugh. But you know when you're trying not to laugh, and I was just like shaking up and down.
Yeah,
and
inappropriate laughing.
The guy to my left was laughing, and he still saw me, and he started
He was
laughing.
laughing at you.
He was laughing, but everyone knew. I spoke to someone at work today who'd also gone, and she was like, "What's going on with that clarinet group?" She said, "We're all trying not to laugh," and I'm like, "Good for you," because I didn't succeed. But like, I feel bad because like I was laughing at them, but like it was funny. I don't know how you can make it. I'm sure they're lovely people, but oh my God, that clarinet choir. Anyway. So it was wonderful. It was a great day.
No, while that was taking
I'm
place,
still there.
I had children's parties to deal with and things like that, and just was knackered afterwards.
Yeah, I bet. Did you do the pass the parcel? Did you pass the parcel?
We did not do pass the parcel. No.
Thus avoiding the should you put toys or sweets or little things in between every layer.
Yes, because that would have been a controversial argument just between me and Karis.
Yeah.
Because I'd have been like, no, fuck them.
One present at the end.
And she'd have been like, put something in everything.
A little Haribo, a little kind of thing.
I'm like, I enjoy the crying. Let's not even put something in the middle. Let's just roll through.
Agree.
Like, and you win some kudos. Good for you.
Yeah, I like that. I think I'm just going to bring that down a bit, and then I'm going to bring it up a bit.
Down, 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 down.
And that's good.
To the ground.
That's good. It's a bit strained there, but I don't really care. Oh, that's okay. Look at that. That's perfect. Yeah, imagine and this is a life lesson, everybody. Sometimes there's no present at the center. There's just shit.
Most of the time, you do a lot of work, and what you get as a result is nothing.
Fuck all.
Just disappointment.
Yeah.
And empty promises.
Death.
Well, I'm not going to kill them. That would definitely be one step too far.
Yeah, it would be one step closer to the edge. I'm
about to break it.
So, I agree. I think that's the way to do it is to... we've been to parties that have done it. It was just hard with the sheer numbers of kids at the party. Listen, as a kid, there was often in layer, not every layer, but there was another thing, and a sweet or a lolly or something like that. But then you're having to make sure it kind of evens itself out a little bit. So if someone's on the music and it goes between you, like, oh yeah, that person hasn't had one. I better press stop. You press stop, and just as they get it, some fucking idiot kid just grabs out their hand and gets something again. It's like, okay.
No, fuck you.
No.
Dickhead kid.
Not you.
You get nothing.
No.
You're a cunt.
We told... Give it here.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I did play a game of what was basically like The Floor is Lava with like musical The Floor is Lava. And so when the music stopped, they had to go and get on an island.
Yeah, I like that.
But the problem was that the Bluetooth to the speaker wasn't particularly brilliant. So it just kept like stuttering and cutting out at places. I'm like, no, not that.
No,
that's just the equipment being terrible. Like, yeah. Yeah, so that didn't work. And then Hannah was like, I want to play musical statues. I'm like, Karis, over to you. And she was like, I'm not doing it with this Bluetooth being shit. I'm like, okay, no musical statues. Go fuck yourself.
Just have someone scatting. Jim. And then they'll be just like, and then just let someone just free form.
No, not that. He's just having a seizure. Wait for it.
Musical statues. Boom!
Whee!
Come on! Now we started.
I like that.
It wasn't even set up. It just came to mind.
Patent pending.
Oh, I love it. Musical statues. I will come to your party and perform scat.
As long as people stand still when you're not performing.
yeah, as long as people. And then they're like. And then I just pick it up again, you know.
Like, right, time for a break.
Scat, skit, diddly
Off for a shit. Enjoy, kids.
Yeah,
Just stood there like.
Off for a shit, a different type of scat.
I don't think he's coming back.
25 kids, frozen solid.
Sounds perfect.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Hannah, in true Hannah form, even took herself off to the corner to eat by herself. Yeah, she is very much the...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, she's like, I don't need to entertain these people. They're here for me. I'm going to go and have some food.
She's like the queen of everything around adults, but kids are too much, apparently. I get it.
Oh, there you go. Musical chat cues.
You can
You
only,
can only
move.
when Alex is talking. No, they have to freeze at some point, Aletha.
You can only move when Alex is talking. Oh my god. That's what people frequently do. They just keep moving further and further away. Well, I've got to go because, you know.
Yeah, well...
Anyway, it's been good to see you.
Oh, he's
And I'm like,
talking
anyway,
again.
oh, good point. But have you been down there recently? Because it's really great now. You should go down. There's a whole market thing underneath there.
Right, I will do that. Yeah.
Oh, hey, oh, ABG. Thank you very much. Click,
Welcome
boom, and it happened. Dropping in. Drop a little sub. Thanks very much for dropping in. We're in the middle of... I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
This is
anymore.
happening.
This is happening, yeah.
We've done 2.
By the way, there was one, I think, at the bottom, which share your... Oh,
Oh, yeah.
is that Nap? James 31.
Share your nap. Andor.
Yeah, do you know about Andor?
I know of it. I have not watched it.
Yes.
But largely, it's just another fucking Star Wars thing in the million Star Wars things they brought out in short succession. So I'm not surprised it's Nap.
It's based on Cassian Andor from Rogue One, and I bloody love Rogue One, and I really like Cassian. So I was like, I'm going to get rid of Disney Plus because there's nothing I want to watch on it, and I'll watch the one thing that's left on it just as the time runs out on it, which was Mandalorian. Note, I forgot. And then just as it finished, it said Andor's coming out. I went, oh, fuck. But now, Andor, apparently, according to James 31, says Andor is shit. So thankfully, that saved me some money.
But we've already discussed, you know, in true Alex style,
Yes.
you want to watch it. So you're going to go and find another opinion that tells you it's good.
Yeah,
And
I'm
then
not
you're
sure.
going to get Disney Plus back because you also like spending money. So
Really good point. I like spending money. I want to have something which satisfies my opinion. It's not just shit, it's a disaster. Wow, that is pretty overwhelming.
it's pretty damning. Yeah,
I've come to trust... Have I come to trust James's opinion? Because he likes The Fifth Element, and I don't.
that's true.
I need another opinion. Kirsty says, I'm really enjoying it.
Perfect.
Oh, shit.
Do you not trust her opinion?
No, I think I do trust her opinion. I don't really remember many of Kirsty's opinions. She needs to give me some more opinions about stuff.
I liked
I hated it.
I liked every Star Wars. Well,
It's shit.
there you go. We don't need James's opinion.
I
then,
believe
'cause
Alita's
some of them
opinion,
are
but she hasn't really seen it.
terrible.
I don't like The Fifth Element that much. Okay, by the way, he's like, that joke's done. I need to tell you not to watch it. It's more important, Alex, that you know that Andor's shit. What does everyone think of The West Wing? That's something I
Oh
need.
yeah. That is the true measure,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of The West Wing?
Like if they think Andor's shit, but don't like the West Wing, then yeah.
Everything outside of the original trilogy and Jar Jar Binks is all garbage. Wait.
Hang on, you're including Jar Jar Binks
Something
as a
that's
good thing? Get the fuck out.
What are you talking about? That's
Darren,
super
what the
mutually exclusive. Oh my god, how can that be? I think we found the other. What? How is there a Venn diagram of someone that likes both the original
Actual
three
Star Wars.
and Jar Jar Binks?
Yeah. Jar Jar for life. For life.
No. How those are the people who like Star Wars, the original 3 films, and people who like Jar Jar Binks are in 2 fucking separate circles.
That's like people who like, you know, all the good Star Trek and also like Lower Decks.
Yeah,
They just don't exist.
that's right. Kirsty hasn't seen West Wing. Oh well, that doesn't help.
No, neither has James 31. Or at least I assume that's what he said. He's never seen West Wing. He's getting straight on us.
You should. It's good.
It's incredible.
Okay, well, listen. It's moot, if I may say. It's a moo point.
It is a moot point. It is a cow's opinion.
Doesn't matter. I haven't got Disney Plus, but if someone wants to extend Disney Plus to me, much like I've extended things to other people.
I already have an extended Disney Plus, so I cannot extend it further.
Oh, shit.
maybe I can record Andor.
Oh, I've not seen West Wing, but huge Sopranos fan. Oh wait, I can't remember what was ABG's opinion. Did he like Andor? I can't remember. This doesn't work.
This does not work. No.
No, I think
he hated it. He hated Andor.
Oh,
and
yeah.
hasn't
I think we
seen
need
the
to-
West Wing. So cutting through the shit, we
he has seen
cannot
Sopranos.
like listen to it. Yeah. Did you like the end of The Sopranos?
Let's not do that again.
But
There you
love
go.
The Sopranos ending.
Oh, he loved the Sopranos
He knows
ending.
what he's doing.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
He cannot be trusted.
I trust him, but you don't. Okay, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
It went to hell pretty quickly.
It went to hell hella quickly.
What I have a problem with in this regard, it's the same way as I feel about the Rings of Power, which I've just started watching. But like,
I've only seen the first episode.
I've seen the first episode.
and it was fine.
Fine. Like we've never been so united.
I'm sure there were some people out there who were like, "Oh, this is incredible! This is everything Lord of the Rings I ever want." I'm like,
desperately needed.
and like Lord of the Rings was also fine. So
The thing about
good little film.
Andor is it represents a gap between whatever happened before Andor and Rogue One, and Rogue One already fills in the gap between.
It is already a gap filler in of itself. So
yeah,
a
because
gap
it
filler
comes
for a
in
gap filler is
before Star Wars, right? So Rogue One tells you what happens just before A New Hope, and now Andor is telling you what happened before A New Hope. And in Rings of Power, it's talking about a time centuries before the events of Lord of the Rings. So Galadriel in Rings of Power is basically like, listen, we've got a problem with this guy called Sauron, and I hope by the end of this series we'll have sorted it out, she says, kind of. And I've got some news for Galadriel. Sauron doesn't die in the scope of this series. So what's the point of watching the Rings of Power? Because what's the end goal of Rings of Power? Sauron's still going to be alive. Is it just some sort of kind of a passion project to learn a bit about the unknown bits of Middle-earth that we never knew? Because if that's it, what's the point of watching it? I don't get it. Anyway, so I bloody loved Rings of Power, says Will. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it.
I don't get...
I'm just not so excited by Lord of the Rings.
It's
lore of the Rings myself in general.
It's how I feel a little bit about Kenobi, because in Kenobi we know that's another one which fills in a gap between what happened in the third episode and what happened in the fourth episode. Kenobi won't die because we know he dies in A New Hope. And
this is the problem with prequels.
this is it, right? This is my problem in all of these things. Vader's not going to die because he doesn't die at that point, and Kenobi's not going to die because he doesn't die at that point. So it's just like, do you want to see them fight? And I'm like, I guess, right? It will be cool. We'll get to see them fight and have a bit of back and forth, but ultimately nothing happens. There's no stakes.
I'm sure
This is what I'm
Samuel
driving
will
at.
turn up with his purple lightsaber again, and that's cool, right?
There's no
People like
stakes.
that.
It doesn't matter. Galadriel's not going to die in...
There are no stakes. That's Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Right.
You're mixing things up again.
Ah, yes, I was. Anyway, the Rings of Power season budget was the same as the entirety of BBC Two's annual one. Yeah, and out of that value, they still managed to get, I don't know, Bake Off. Does that still happen? I don't watch it anymore.
It's not on BBC.
Is it Channel 4 now?
It is on Channel 4.
Yeah, I don't watch it.
I don't know what is on BBC Two.
Wimbledon, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, the Wimbledon matches that they don't really care about you watching.
Yeah. Or
Like the good ones are on BBC
the
One.
outside courtship.
Unless they want to put the one show on, in which case they move you to BBC Two. I'm not going into this fucking again.
And what I will say is,
Anything
because I don't have Sky Atlantic or any Sky type thing, or Now TV or whatever, blah, 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 I can't watch Game of Thrones 2.
Oh yes, you can.
Have we had this conversation? I feel like we've had this
I
conversation.
think we had this
last
with
week.
Discovery.
Oh, yeah.
But then you got Paramount anyway. But
Um,
yes, you can,
Okay.
and you will.
Okay. Thank God for that.
I haven't watched it yet. I've watched the first one. I've watched a lot of first episodes of things in this like season of television.
I just kind of
And
like
gone no
watching
further.
new things. I was watching The Midnight Club, which is the guy that made The Haunting of Hill House. I don't know if you ever watched The Haunting of Hill House, but that was an incredible story, a really great ghost story, haunted house story. So if you want something for Halloween and you haven't seen The Haunting of Hill House, just fucking watch that. It's incredible. And then they released the same guy, released with the same sort of actors, you know, the kind of way that the writer-director gets the same kind of cast again, but in different roles. They did The Haunting of Bly Manor, and that was fine. And then they did the same thing, same writer, some of the same actors, and did Midnight Mass, and that was incredible. And now
ABG says Midnight Mass was brilliant.
Midnight Mass was so good. I just love Midnight Mass. It's such a good piece of TV. I love Midnight Mass, and I love everything he does. And now he's got one out called The Midnight Club, which so far is all right, but I wonder what it's going to be like. And I wonder if it's going to be a kind of one-off, one-on kind of thing with, I think his name's Mike Flanagan, but anyway.
I have not really found anything kind of horror-y that is better than just fine.
Right.
I find it all a bit.
Do you know what I've realised is I think I like horror because I know it sounds strange, but like I'd always thought myself as someone who doesn't really like horror, doesn't really want to watch people getting their limbs hacked off. But I think I just like really good ghost stories, and I think that's why I really like things like Until Dawn. Although they all get fucking hacked to pieces.
What day is it?
Why is it Christmas
What,
Day?
Chapel Bailey? It's Christmas Day.
I haven't missed it. Welcome in, Chapel Bailey. We're doing Don't Get Me Started from now on a Tuesday at 8.
Not even from now on, from 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We've been here
We are doing it.
on Tuesdays for a while.
Yeah, we're doing
is
it
Definitely happening.
on a Tuesday because more people are around than on a Friday, and we were getting caught up with Friday things like holidays and bits and Comic-Cons and LARP and stuff. You're only a little behind, but what I will say, you're in the right place. It's just that Fridays hit more often than not. Even if we didn't have plans now, more often than not, Fridays hit them.
For example, if we were still on Friday,
yes,
you would not have been able to do this Friday.
No, because Hap, I'm going back to Skullduggery to play some random Skullduggery over near Canterbury and do some LARP.
So it's just another notch in the Tuesday column.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Horror, I think, is my bag. I like playing the horror, and I like watching the horror. And I do think, if you haven't seen it, you've got to watch Haunting of Hill House. It's really good. Especially if you like a good ghost story. It's a good ghost story. It's really well acted. God, I love that show.
Don't like a good ghost story, or even a shit one.
Well, it's a pity, because I really like recommending it. But if you don't like it, don't watch it. It's a good thing.
Sounds good to me.
Have you watched The Shining and Doctor Sleep? If The Shining is a TV series based on the film The Shining, I haven't watched it.
I've watched the film The Shining.
I haven't watched the film The Shining.
The film The Shining is meh.
I haven't watched Doctor Sleep. I was a bit uncertain about that, just from the look of it. But if you don't like creepy shit, don't watch Haunting of Hill House. But if you like creepy shit, watch The Haunting of Hill House.
I'm indifferent to creepy shit.
Doctor Sleep is Mike Flanagan. Oh, okay. Well, I'll watch it then.
Isn't Mike Flanagan the guy who played the main character in Stargate Atlantis? Isn't that the actor's name?
Do you know what? I'd love to say that it was, but I wasn't a big Stargate fan, so I don't really know. James
Stargate.
gets more buffer again.
We have had some drop frames tonight, but it has mostly been in the green. I have been keeping my eye on it. Yeah. Enjoy. Trying to work that out. Maybe try and change the bitrate down, or like get better internet. You're in fucking London. How's your internet shit?
Let's move on, because I realised that we've been
here for a while. Yeah.
Yes.
Nap says Harmstone. Ups.
So multiple copies of the film Up.
That cannot be Nap. Up is an incredible film.
But if you have too many of the copies of it, maybe one's on DVD, Blu-ray, maybe one he's got on an old video copy if they still do
you can just gift them to people.
Oh, yeah.
And then he is the nice guy for once.
Don't get more than one copy of a film. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just takes up space.
Nat's advice you can take to the bank, Harmstone.
Boom.
Hap says James, Tuesday nights.
Yes!
I quite agree. What a stellar opinion.
What a guy. And I believe all his other opinions, such as Andor being shit. I leave that. Dad says I finally performed on a proper stage. I played the Royal Albert Hall, but that small fry stuff. Oh my God. I don't think I can. There's every possibility that Aletha's father watches this at some point. And it was a delight to spend time with him and the rest of her family at the weekend when they all came down to watch her in the Shetway Voices choir. That's the end of that. Hap went to the London Dungeon yesterday, then had 1 or 2 drinks. Now, Kirsty,
known for understating? Is that what you're leaning towards?
We're going to Skullduggery, so I messaged her to say, like, what's up? Skullduggery stuff, and she was like, I'm super drunk. So, like, when she says 1 or 2 drinks, I think she may be understating it a little bit, basically.
Fair enough. More on that during Skullduggery when she smashed again, and you can get to the truth.
Yes.
Nap says, well, my MS tablets are disgusting. I assume he means the various Microsoft Surfaces that he has purchased, the Microsoft tablets.
Yes, that's what he means.
Yeah.
Listen.
I mean, you can clean them well.
You can.
Yeah, you can get these special wipes.
Yeah, get it in there.
that are for
Or-
tablets so you don't damage the screen.
If you really hate it, do a Brady. Just fucking yeet
it. Yeah. He's definitely needed to yeet some tablets in the last couple of weeks.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Bears won last night. Not only did they win, they actually looked good and convincing in some kind of way.
I loved it.
So I was incredibly happy watching that this morning.
There was some
didn't stay up.
really good moves that just look really, really good. And like Justin Fields.
And the defense just shut down Mac Jones and the clone of Mac Jones that they're pretending
Bailey
is called
Zappi?
Bailey Zappi. Yeah. It's Mac Jones. They need to stop pretending. It's
Mac Jones in a different shirt.
They're both Mac Jones. I don't care what anybody says. You can't convince me otherwise.
McAllister's brought me McAllister's brought me a good game, and it's addictively fun. Yes, I saw it last night. I don't know that it's the game for me, but it does look fucking crazy. Just earned 450 chat bucks for my watch streak. Wow.
Is that a thing that are they encouraging you to come back to multiple
know.
streams so that you then get like four? If it's like you've been here 10 times in a row, here's 450 chat bucks. That's paltry, really. That's a bit of shit. What was the streak for? How many? Yeah.
Harmstone says the coin flipper hating Jez.
Yes, right. Let's cut through the bullshit here. Fantasy football.
Yes, that you do with various people, one of whom is Harmstone.
Now, Harmstone obviously has to decide everything on the flip of a coin.
Yes.
So I very cleverly, very smartly decided that I would propose a trade for all of his good players, for all of my shit players, knowing that it would just come down to the toss of a coin. I have done so 3 times, and each time Harmstone has lied and said that I have not won. I'm like, once, fine. Twice, maybe fine. 3 times, fuck you, Harmstone. You're making it up.
You're making it up again, Harmstone.
Now give me Jalen Hurts.
You're so funny because me and Aletha were in bed chatting, and I was like, why don't you trade for some people? And she's like, yeah, maybe. And I'm like, the problem with the league is that all the good players, they don't want to. It's such a tight league because all the best players are owned by everyone. There's not a lot of wiggle room or space on this one.
Which is funny because it's only an 8-team league.
Yeah.
There should be a lot more scope for stuff.
But like if you want to get the best
years.
people, I suppose, the difference between the best people and the people on the waiver wire is such that like if you want Saquon, no one's going to want it. But anyway, rather than getting into the weeds about that, trying to identify some slack, where you might leave someone away is quite difficult because the good guys are too good. But I did say, what about Jalen Hurts? And she said, Harmstone's got him, but he does everything by the coin. And exactly the same thing. I said, then fucking do it. He'll have to flip the coin, and there's a 50-50 chance of getting Jalen Hurts. She was like, I don't need Jalen Hurts. I'm like, no, but someone else will. I bet you Jez will, or something like that. And it just kind of, and then we were talking to
like Justin Herbert's on a bye. I fucking need a quarterback.
I know. I was speaking to Tom, and I said about it, and he said, no, it's not in keeping with the spirit of the game. I couldn't do it. And I love how he's like, I couldn't do it. And you're like, I fucking
like I've been losing to people I should be beating, so I don't give a shit. I will do whatever it fucking takes to win. And that includes exploiting Harmstone when he stops being a fucking liar.
I said to Aletha, Jez is not where he wants to be in this league. Jez will do what it takes.
These words are 100% true.
He's not in the top 4. He must be losing his mind. Fucking Matt Ward, it's like number 1 or whatever.
And he beat me.
Up his down.
He's never beaten me before. I've been in fantasy teams with Matt, who is my 2-minute warning co-host, by the way. Check out that podcast.
Yeah.
I have been in leagues with him for like 20 years, and he has never beaten me until this year. Like,
oh my god.
This is bullshit.
Ford Fiestas are to be discontinued.
That is Nap.
Wow.
I remember my first car was a Ford Fiesta.
Aren't they just like classic cars that no one ever wants to? I mean, they just keep making them. They must be just like nobody's buying them.
Apparently, they're like, no, Alex, I will not keep making them.
At what point do you skew rationalize? Like, basically, if you find that your product is not making enough money and not enough people buying it, and the margins are all, you just get rid of them. But I can't imagine.
I just feel like
that
the Ford
entry
Fiesta
level Ford
is a perfect candidate to be electriced up. and just turn it into
Yeah.
into their electric fleet car. Right. Yeah, Harmstone, you can keep talking. I don't believe you. You're full of shit. Hap, says James31. Pints to hit £7. Haha, I don't spend money in pubs. Taste it, you drinkers. That is a Hap fully in the spirit of Don't Get Me Started.
It is. I like that.
That's a good one.
I don't drink pints either, and I'm pretty sure this. I mean, it really. I mean, pints to hit £7, maybe in London, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't spend £7 a pint in Folkestone.
Although when we were drinking in London, like a few weeks ago, I was like, this seems reasonable.
I guess it really makes.
Depends where you go.
Yeah.
And if you're going to a place that charges you £7 for a pint, I think you are the problem.
Let me move up. What am I?
The one with the mouse.
That one, yes. Watched Saving Lives at Sea, featuring Dungeness Lifeboat. Hap. Listen, it must be in a TV program. Dungeness is a wonderful, wonderful place. That is Hap. And lifeboats are cool as well. I mean, basically. So that's mega Hap. Sorry, as that was happening, I could see.
That's what you're looking for.
Mojo Jojo, thank you very much for dropping in a little subscription with Prime.
It's the name you love to say.
I do love saying
I do.
It's
It's a great thing to say. Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, it's good. Welcome in. Thanks for sending some love our way here on a Tuesday night. A Tuesday night where we are. Thanks for coming in.
Share your Hap. Adidas gave Kanye Cockwest the boot.
Oh,
is he still a thing?
I don't even know. I don't even know how he was ever a thing, really.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Fuck that guy.
He likes fish sticks. Plumber didn't turn up to install bathroom for the third or fourth time. Nap.
We've got. Listen.
Seems like James has had a hell of a week, if you will. All the haps, all the naps, just up and down.
I know, right? It's bad times for a change for James 31.
Hella effing week.
Jam and cream biscuits. Did we leave them out of the World Cup?
So
jam and cream biscuits?
Yeah, they're made by Foxes.
Okay.
And they're basically jammy Dodgers crossed with custard creams. So you have the jammy Dodger bit, and then there's a layer of cream underneath that before the second biscuit.
Oh.
Well, and in preparing for Hannah's party, we went out and just bought a bunch of biscuits to spread out. And we went to the bargain warehouse.
Yes.
You know, the post-date thing. And bought a pack of, like, 10 packets of jam and cream biscuits.
Yes.
For, like, 3p or whatever the fuck they charged. And then at the party, they ate one packet. So we have 9 packets of jam and cream biscuits.
They weren't in the Biscuits World Cup. Maybe we should do another Biscuits World Cup and see how it,
And actually put biscuits in it this time instead of chocolate, like you did for the last one.
Well, I respond to the will of the people for controversial reasons.
That is the problem.
Yeah.
Never respond to the
Never
will
do
of
what
the
the people think. Let's slide up.
Bought my first Xbox game for well over a year today. Looking forward to the adventure.
What game did you buy?
And do you mean a modern Xbox game, or did you go back into the back catalogue and get like an Xbox early 2000s
is Deathloop
console Xbox game?
On Xbox?
It is now, yeah.
Okay, well maybe it's that.
It's everywhere now.
Man, that's a bit of I don't know if this is a spoiler, Will, for your thing, which everyone can see very clearly, that David Tennant is the next Doctor Who.
Yes. I think everybody knows that by now.
Yeah, I think so too.
Fairly well spoiled.
He has been really well spoiled. Yeah.
And it makes me not want to watch it, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Not because I dislike David Tennant, but because I like the very firm rules of it's a new person every time.
I think it's cynical, and it just makes me think they've run out of ideas. Now, they had already run out of ideas, and their storylines were bad.
And they were repeating them over and over, basically.
Yes, and now this just screams out, we've run out of ideas, and this is our last-ditch attempt.
We're going to play the hits.
We're going to play the... We have a big button next to us, and every time everything gets shit in Doctor Who land, someone reaches for it and they get their hand slapped away. And it goes, and it has a big picture that says, "Bring back David Tennant." And like that is the button. There's even a big plastic bit over the top of it. And
because they already found a convoluted, timey-wimey way to bring him back,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well as
yeah.
some of the others.
And little other bits, they'll always try and find ways. Well, hey, he'll come in for a little bit here, or he'll cameo in this here, or we'll do the such and such anniversary of this. We'll bring it back here. There's lots of ways, but like ultimately, they knew that in a series that's been bad for a while, they needed something. And eventually, it just surprises me. Eventually, that listen, there's no coming back from this. The moment you flip that up and you hit the David Tennant button, everyone goes crazy. But I think it is short-lived. It's a law of diminishing returns, because for a moment you'll be like, oh my, this is amazing, but then you're kind of like, yeah, but we've kind of all done this. So
because I thought that other guy was supposed to be the Doctor. The I can't remember his name. He was like a comedy actor. They did announce a new Doctor.
Really? I didn't know.
Yeah, I think he's taken over in 2023. All right, well then.
Okay, he's no Peter Davison. I mean,
I think it would have been better to bring back somebody from that early.
That would have been incredible,
because they were at like a different age. I know that it's been like 10 years, but David Tennant doesn't look any different and isn't acting any different than he was then. So
it's 3 eps of David Tennant and then him. Okay, so like this is just an extended cameo. That's still better, but I still feel that is like
that's
it's
BBC
really,
bullshit all over again.
Really
here's 3 episodes. And that's all you're getting. It's
really playing into its fan service. It's really like, listen, we know you loved him, so have him. And everyone's going, oh, this is amazing.
How about don't put him back in Doctor Who? We'll enjoy him in other things like Jessica Jones and whatever else he's been in. Harry Potter. What else has he been in since then? He was probably in Harry Potter before Doctor Who, actually, now I think about it.
He was. But actually, that's a good point. I don't think I know. Probably he was, yeah. I don't know. I couldn't name very many other things that he's done.
We can't enjoy him in Harry Potter anymore because it's Turfville North, Turfalina, but still.
But he's not that good in other things. The thing was, as Doctor Who hit its stride, it really, really. I was just trying to look what you were doing there. As Doctor Who hit its stride when it came back, when they had like Christopher Eccleston and they were bringing all this stuff back. David Tennant, everything was a perfect storm of everything. He was really excellent, and the storylines were good, and it really kicked off. And I
think that was the problem, is that they hired a bunch of great people who did not want to end up typecast in this role, and so they did not hang around long enough to really thoroughly do the character. So like Eccleston was obviously there not long enough. He was only there for one season.
I think he kind of, I don't know if it's he resented it or what. He was like, he didn't want to stay there.
He did not want to be typecast.
Yeah.
And sorry, bro, you just weren't given any work after that really at all. Yeah. So that's what happens to you.
But yes, anyway, all that said, I'm not a big fan of. I saw the clip where I think Jodie Whittaker kind of like regenerates, and I'm like, oh no.
It just took ages as well. Like, okay, we get it. She's regenerating. Can we get to the bit where it's the new Doctor that I already know is David Tennant? Okay, there he is.
Also, because like I can only imagine the story writers kind of coming together. It's like, what if, right? We're playing with their conceptions about what happens. It has to be someone new. What if it isn't though? And everyone's like, keep talking. I want to know more.
I mean, did people know? Did people know it was going to be him at the end?
I don't know.
Was it a pre-spoiled thing?
I really don't know.
Like,
all I can imagine though is in that writer's room is them saying, what if we brought someone else back? And then there was this tingle around the room like, oh my God, I know what you're saying. And they go, what if we brought him back? And what if in Time Lord lore, we can bring back anyone we want and it just comes round again? Why shouldn't we write this shit? We'll make up whatever we want. I don't give a fuck about the fans.
And again, if you're going to do that, bring back like Tom Baker.
Yeah, because he's quite old now.
Yeah, exactly, which is why it would be great.
I mean, it would be great.
Like, even if he's in a wheelchair or whatever, like, Doctor Who in a wheelchair would be fantastic.
Doctor Who jumped the shark irreversibly when they decided to retcon the regen count. Yeah, did they? I didn't know they did that.
What, there was a regen? What, there's only a certain amount of times?
Only so many regenerations the Doctor can have. Okay. I forget what it was. When I was a kid, I was a super fucking Doctor Who fan, and I thought it was something like 19. But of 13, it might have been 13. You might be. I thought it was a teen number, and when we were first watching it was like 6 or 7. You're up to Sylvester McCoy. You're like, shit, they've got loads left. But I think eventually they had to retcon that one, because if you're going to make a TV series out of it, you kind of can't paint yourself into a corner like that and just stop. But
yeah, I mean, that was fine for the original series, because what did they end up on? 8, 9? No. Yeah, 9. Paul McGann was 9, wasn't he?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Sylvester McCoy was 7. and then
Because David Tennant is the 12th, I want to say.
Sylvester McCoy was 7, and then I
And
think
then it was
Paul
Paul
McGann was
McGann.
meant to be was the feature film.
He was the movie one, yeah.
Yeah, I
And
don't
he
know if
was
they
the
count that as
last
canon
one.
because that was 8, and then 9 would have been Christopher Eccleston. 10 must have been David Tennant. 11 is Matt Smith. 12 is Peter Capaldi. Wait. Am I right, or did they stick in John Hurt at one point? Anyway, the whole thing's fucked.
But there was also John Hurt.
Yeah. Tennant was 10 because he's 10.
10 for Tennant. Anyone for Tennant?
Anyone for Tennant-tuous? I love it. Anyway, I don't know. We'll rant on anything we want in this segment we call This Is Happening. And if you put something in this, we will talk about it. And I just think, no. Perhaps we should just stop Doctor Who now. Can we just finish Doctor Who?
Stop to who?
Yes, that. I just think we just need to. Yeah, Hurt is 8.5.
What?
Right.
Why?
Because Paul McGann became the War Doctor, and they kind of retrospectively kind of went back into it. Things are getting shaky.
0.5. I'm sorry. What?
He wasn't really like a. They basically what happened was they had moved past. They went Sylvester McCoy as 7. Then they went Paul McGann is 8. Then went Christopher Eccleston as 9. And then they needed to have an explanation how at some point in time there was a war on Gallifrey and the Doctor was a big part of that and he was a big fighty kind of guy. And there's this gap that we didn't know about. So they went, actually, there was another person. But because the numbers had already been kind of sorted out like that, 7, 8, 9, they just kind of went, well, where does he fit in? Well, he wasn't Christopher Eccleston. It wasn't that. So where does he fit? And they went,
And whose
actually,
fucking idea was this? Was it?
I don't-
It was it what's his face? The Welsh dude.
I honestly don't know. I don't know who's doing. I can't remember the guys' names. Harley knows though. Harley always remembers this sort of shit. But so as a result, they needed to have someone between Paul McGann as that made-for-TV movie kind of thing, and between Paul McGann and Christopher Eccleston, and there wasn't anyone. So they just went, okay. They had to get John Hurt in because Eccleston wouldn't do it. Oh my god, that made it even harder for them. So yeah, then they put that in. So
I mean,
had to
they could have just not done the story. Russell T Davies, that's him. Is he Welsh? He sounds Welsh. Russell T Davies.
I thought he was all right. I thought it was. What's the guy's name that I want to say sound like Chibbleston? What's the guy's name?
Chibbleston.
I can't remember the guy's name. Half I don't remember it.
Russell T Davies has been in charge for the majority of the new Doctor Who.
Chris Chibnall. That's the guy. I think that's the guy who was hopeless. But yeah. So the Doctor killed people. Yeah, and that was part of the big storyline. Is they're like, actually, when it came down to it, they needed a Doctor that would fucking fuck shit up. So they kind of put one in.
He left when Tennant did, but he's back now. Yes, that's what I'm remembering. Yes, and yes, I'm aware that the Doctor Who filmed in Cardiff. Because when I was at university in Cardiff, they were very regularly closing roads to film Doctor Who, and round the back of my university buildings, there were a bunch of Doctor Who props because they were made at Cardiff Metropolitan. So.
Let me tell you something, though. If you do like Doctor Who, I was talking to Aletha about this the other day. Myself and Aletha went to the Doctor Who immersive theatre thing experience in London, which I presume, I have no reason to think, isn't still running. It must be still on. And there were bits and pieces which I thought went on a bit over long. But if you are a fan of Doctor Who, it is really on point in terms of its look and feel and props and the way they interact with you. It's really good if you're a fan. And there are some particular bits in it, which won't get spoiled by me, that you will enjoy. So if you're thinking, I really like Doctor Who and I want to see something, do go and see the thing in London because it's really fucking good and it is a lot of fun.
It is not. Thanks, Harmstone. It is not on.
It is not. Oh.
So don't go and see it.
Don't go and see it. I'll spoil it now. So there was this bit. That's a pity. I guess it's not unreasonable, but there you go. Maybe I will tell you all about what happened at some point. Probably not now. Maybe
Why not? It probably will be retconned into the show at some point. So,
yeah. They might bring it out again, but there's some good bits in it. It was really cool. So
that was This Is Happening that kind of turned into a bit of controversial opinions.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is a controversial opinion that we're saying, fuck Doctor Who, it should be cancelled.
Get rid of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Get rid of Doctor Who.
It's had its
It's
fun.
like an old horse that should have been shot and you know, like on a farm that's too old.
It jumped the TARDIS, is what you're saying.
It's jumped the TARDIS.
It's jumped
It
the
has.
TARDIS. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that note, we need to decide where we're going. How about there?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that was This Is Happening. It's time to do the segment that I meant to do last week.
Yes.
Tech was fucking me around, but hopefully it won't fuck me around.
Yes.
Let's see. I'll push a button, and here we go.
Do it.
Why is Harmstone turning into a gangster rapper? Bruh! Bruh! So meaty! Bruh!
That's a really good gangstery brap.
Thanks.
I can't do that. Much like when I said I couldn't do kind of like
Machine guns.
That's the thing.
Yeah. No, I can do all of that
It's
shit.
not. I can't like roll my R's and I can't really, you know.
Misspent youth.
No. This is the segment called Going Viral, where we find kind of virally things from the internet and then we play them and then we had a good laugh at it. He's so good at that. It's embarrassing. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I made a point of when I used to work at Riley's.
Yes.
I would get a lot of fake gangsters in who would try and do that and were terrible at it. So all of the like gangstery stuff that they tried to do,
Yeah.
I would do better than them.
Right.
Just so that they were embarrassed at how shit they were at fake gangstering.
Fake gangstering.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what were you doing during lockdown? It's like I was sitting around every day trying to really nail my brap.
I would out fake fake gangsters. Yeah.
I used to go to Riley's to be a fake gangster. Let's all go to...
Everyone went to Riley's to be a fake gangster, apparently. And yeah, so that was what I spent some of my time doing, trolling the fake gangsters.
Yes.
I would also troll anybody that came in to watch the soccer by not putting on the soccer and putting on literally any other sport. Usually the most unsoccer-like sport I could find. Put a lot of golf on.
Throw this by
Fishing was a favourite of mine, to put fishing on when people came in and asked for the soccer. I'm like, sorry, I don't really have it here. How about some competitive fishing? Put the fishing on, and then they all left. I'm like, yes.
There's a bit in Hamilton where he goes like, brap, brap, this I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it, and like, but he says that bit, so that's a good bit for you to like learn to do, is like that bit, because then you'll nail the brap bit, and then you can be like, I am Hercules Mulligan, up in it, loving it, and all that sort of shit. So
yeah, I wish he wouldn't say soccer. Yeah, you wish a lot of things, but I say
wish a lot of
soccer
things.
a hell of a lot.
Who wishes you didn't say
ABG.
Oh, but you need to differentiate it from football.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
football is the
football.
overarching term for all different kinds of football.
Yeah.
I need to specify the round kicky ball, you know.
I kind of
FIFA
like
type
soccer. I think a bunch of pundits and ex-players were discussing on Match of the Day. It's like, we called it soccer. And like, I think it was Thierry Henry was like, no, it's football. No. And he was getting really angry about it.
Alan Shearer regularly calls it soccer whenever I like watch something in passing. Alan Shearer regularly says soccer. And if Alan Shearer can say soccer, I think anybody else can.
Alan Shearer seems to... When I imagine soccer, it's a
He's
very
like
old
the authority,
football. Yes.
I would say. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. American football involves very little foot-to-ball action.
Well, they kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
they kick it.
It's got the word American in front of it. American
American.
football. So you know what type of football we're talking about there.
Yeah.
If I just say football, it could be anything. Gaelic, rugby.
Alan Shearer is a cock. That is a controversial opinion, I think.
It is a controversial opinion.
I know that's not the segment we're doing, but I think you are alone in that. I think Alan Shearer is a national football treasure. And I think a lot of football fans love him.
I think Alan Shearer is the lesser of all soccer cunt like people. So
I think I love Alan Shearer. Shearer is great.
I coveted my my Alan Shearer stickers when I used to collect Premier League stickers, despite not liking soccer. I just like collecting things.
He's King Cock. Come on, there must be hundreds of people that are like.
I mean, have you seen literally any other soccer player?
There's so many people.
There are so many dickheads.
Cockstradamus. I saw Shearer play. I mean, I never saw him play. I saw him play on the TV.
Television, yeah.
I mean,
IRL.
he just seems like just a regular guy that was great at football and is now just a bit like your dad. Not like my dad. You know, if my dad could play football like Alan Shearer, you know, that would be amazing. But
Keep talking about sports ball so I can nip to the loo, please. Right, time for going viral. And this week, as I promised last week,
Yes.
I have a series of viral videos
Okay.
that come under the collection Instant Karma.
Oh, yes.
People chatting shit and immediately getting banged. Because we like to see that. We often say
Oh, we love it.
on this show
There we are.
that people don't do what they want and get
Yes.
away with it.
Yes.
Here is some examples of that being wrong. That's in front of our camera for some reason. Let's fix that.
I don't. Yeah, we can do that. Where does it need to be then?
Behind.
Oh, I see. Oh,
There we go.
There we
Fixed.
are. Cool.
Otherwise, it would have covered us over.
That is true.
Right. So this one, and I might be leading with the best one here, but this one is my favourite. Honestly, this one is wonderful. He's a man.
Is he pissed off? He's... What a prick.
So he's walked out into traffic. It's forced
then-
this guy to stop. It's telling him off. I'm
I'm
walking here. I'm walking into poles here.
Walking into a lamppost here.
And he's got
The
his
dog is like, and there's a dog with him, Jeremy.
Yeah, there's proof he's a cunt. And he's got what looks like a MAGA hat on.
Yeah, I think he's got a MAGA hat on.
Is that Hulk Hogan? It might be Hulk Hogan.
Listen, brother. You're walking great again, brother.
Bonk.
Well, he comes crashing in and it hurts inside. Mostly his head.
When you gotta take a stand and cross the street.
Beep, beep, beep. Say your prayers, brother. Hey, listen. He's hulking up there at the end. We wait till he goes through again. He properly hulks up. He's ready to go. Bonk. Here he goes. Hulking up. Oh, he's hulking up.
What a prick. Honestly.
That's a good one.
What an utter prick. But he walked into a pole. He got laughed at.
Yeah, those guys in the
that's
car just
instant karma.
fucking
Yeah.
giggling away.
Definitely Aussie. Yeah. It did seem very Aussie. Yeah. So we're off to a good start.
Great start.
There's dogs barking outside. Someone needs to stick a thumb up its butthole, I think.
That dog is so embarrassed. Like, I cannot believe this is happening.
Once again, I'm going to get thumbed. Right. And it's not really a problem for us.
No.
Because we have put cyclists in the sea.
Yes.
But out there in the world, people who don't watch this show don't know that cyclists should be in the sea.
Yes.
And they try and deal with cyclists in their own way.
I think I know which one you've done.
Kick the cyclist.
I didn't see that one.
Kick the cyclist.
Kick the cyclist
So
and
he's
then
trying to-
just falls over.
Trying to kick the cyclist.
Why is he trying to kick a cyclist? Oh my god.
Because he's a prick, I guess.
What the? I mean, he isn't close either.
No, he's nowhere near. How do you miss? Maybe the bike isn't big enough, you know?
He's.
Yeah.
This is a row of traffic as well that stops at the front for some reason, and the road is clear ahead of that.
Yeah.
You see.
People can come.
Has he got
the
out of
other
it?
way.
Has he stopped and got? Because you.
Yeah, there's a door open. Oh no, that door opens
Open.
afterwards.
Maybe he gets out of the other side of it, and the driver's like, "Come on, get back in the car now."
Yeah.
He definitely is somebody that's in this car. There's the car behind. I think has got its.
I think that guy's Alan Shearer. Alan Shearer wouldn't miss the bike. let me tell you.
No. He would have put that bike into the top right corner, and then like he'd have run away round the goal.
Top bin, mate.
Top bin, super top bin.
Yeah. There are many confusing things about this, but largely, he tried to kick a bike and he fucked it up,
Fucking hell.
and that's what you get.
Unbelievable.
And I did say the first one was my favourite, but actually, I think this last one is my favourite because this is just the ultimate instant karma. And it's something that I hope to witness in my life because this happens. This has probably happened to you, the transgression, but they meet their maker immediately. Just driving along, passing a car. Okay, fine.
This guy pulls out.
This guy fucking pulls out and flips him off.
And then crashes. You cunt.
And he shakes his head. He's like, bollocks. Yeah, I know.
Coming along,
I know I fucked
pulls
up.
out, flips him off, He looks.
He's so busy flipping
He's
him
so
off, he doesn't
busy
even
looking.
notice.
He's got. If you flip him off and not look, then you can probably see you have to brake.
Yeah.
But he looks to make sure that the flipping off is received. So he kind of turns. See there, he turns into.
Yeah,
him.
because he slows down as well. Like, he's pulling out, he sees the car coming, and rather than stopping and going like, sorry, carry on, he
now he has
accelerates and flips him off.
He has to go and talk
car.
to the driver. He pulls out in front of this guy, forcing him to stop, slow down. Oh, that is brilliant. That just never gets bad.
We've seen it several times now, and it is not getting old. I wish he'd have kept the camera on a bit longer.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you, buddy.
Fuck you. Oh,
fuck you, buddy.
No, fuck you. I've seen one a bit. I must see if I can find it. We can add it to this list of instant karma, because there was one where a car drives around. He kind of wankers his way around the roundabout on a big kind of like Mercedes, a Porsche or something like that, a sports car effectively, and goes, "Wow!" And then you just hear the crash a bit further down the road, basically, and it's just like, oh shit. You put your foot on the gas and then you crashed.
Yeah. The one that came up a lot is the one of the guy just yeeting over the roundabout. I think we've had it on this show before, but that is very much instant karma. Drive like a cunt, take off and crash.
I love it.
Fuck you, dickhead.
I love it. Some excellent. We must find more. If you have an instant karma kind of thing, you want to alert us to it, just send the link to us. Anything, I should say, if you find anything that we can talk bullshit about, just send it over to us. Maybe it will become a new segment.
And maybe we'll credit you. Probably not, but
if you tell us that you like Tuesdays, from a DGMS point of view, then we'll probably definitely credit you.
I don't like Tuesdays. Oh no. I love them.
Is that your 10cc impression?
It is.
Is that Harmstone? No, Harmstone can't drive a car, can he? Maybe. I think it might be.
He can drive a car.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that guy couldn't drive a car, so maybe it is Harmstone.
Maybe it is Harmstone.
Yeah. Wow, a whole credit or a fraction of one? Well, we'll. I don't want to make any promises that I can't.
We've got to be careful.
To be quite.
I can drive a car, and I do drive sensible. Actually, I have to say, he looks like a sensible driver, Harmstone.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him walk around, Jeremy, and he's a sensible walker. So you'd think that would extend to but if you see Captain Brilliant, he walks like a crazy person, and he drives like a crazy person.
There you go.
So you can tell.
I'm not necessarily sold on the idea that you can tell someone's driving style from their walking style.
You can tell by the way they use their walk, and that was what that song was about by the Bee Gees. You know, that was originally what it was about. I think. I'm pretty sure.
I did get told off a few weeks ago for calling someone a wanker when he drove like a wanker, though.
Was it your brother? What the fuck are you doing? I was in the car with him at the time.
I have to curb my calling people out for being shit drivers while I have my daughter in the car.
Yeah.
Because otherwise she's going to learn a lot of new swear words.
I think I've... Just checking what was going on outside. It was really strange for a moment, really strange noises. I remember being in the car with my brother Patrick, and he would often comment on various things that happen as people would pull out, and he was like, you stay right there. And I kind of,
He's like a walking, talking, has a perception test.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing? Don't even think about it, buddy. And he's driving around like, you can stay there, arsehole. And then as a result, when I learned to drive and stuff like that, or even now, I'm a bit like, what do you think you're doing? But I presume actually it's not just me learning it from Patrick. I think that everybody does it. It's like, what are you doing? Well, go if you're going. That's probably my favorite car phrase. Go if you're going. And I'm like waiting behind somebody. I'm like, go on then. You wanted to go in front of me, so drive.
It's horrible when someone cuts you up and then they just durdle slowly.
Then they durdle.
It's like, if you're going to cut me up, put your fucking foot down.
Put your foot down. Let's go. Come on.
Then we don't really have a problem.
The road is clear ahead. Go, go, go. What are you doing? I'm just like, honestly, especially I'm trying to get to work. I'm like, there's literally no reason for you to. What are you doing? And I think at one of them up at Park Farm where you have to wait. There's 3 wait and pass kind of bits, and 2 of them are in your favour and one of them isn't. And in the middle one, which is in our favour, so the guy in front of me waited and let people through, and I'm going to work. I'm like, what are you doing? No, it's us. We can go. We can go. What are you doing?
And I think that is probably my pet peeve with driving. People who just don't do the rules. And it's like, oh, you could have let me out there. I'm like, no, it is not your right of way.
No.
Just do the rights of way and everything works. When you start like going into business for yourself and letting people out when you're not supposed to, that's when the system goes wrong.
Yeah, I narrate as I drive. Usually stay there or stop being a bellend. I do a lot of stay there.
I do a lot of stop being a bellend. Or what the fuck are you doing?
It's not a 30.
What is this?
There's a bit between like the Harvey Grammar and up to like the motorway, which is 40 miles an hour, and people are like durdling at 30. I'm like, it's not. Listen, you spend when they're on a 30. This is a bit like when people at work when they're at work, they love to talk about TV and not do any work. But when they get to a work party, all they can talk about is work. And it's really weird. You'll see people going over 30 all the time in 30, 35, 36 and stuff like that. When they get onto a 40, some of these guys are like, oh, well, I'll just, I'll take my foot off the gas a little bit. Like, no, we've all got places to go. Oh, my God.
That's why I don't understand on the motorway sometimes. Clear motorway. You overtake a person because they're doing like 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they just burn past you at 70. And you're like, why weren't you doing that the whole time?
If you were doing that before, it's like, I'll show him. Show me earlier.
Like,
the one I have a problem with is
the consistent speed thing.
People don't like to merge, and they don't like to kind of merge at the, coming onto a slip road. They get very dainty about it. And they're like, well, I guess I'll poodle on at 20 or 30 miles an hour. I'm right behind them. I'm like, and they're in the middle of the slip road. And I'm like, I can't really go around you. But we are all going to kind of like go too slowly onto the motorway unless you. So sometimes they'll go to the left and I'll just burn straight past them, like trying to get up to speed. And they'll look at me like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, oh, we wouldn't be having this problem. Just drive. What's that? This is turning into Get in the Sea, the car special.
I mean, we have put a lot of car-related things in the sea already.
I think we have.
I think a lot of the things that we've just discussed have been in the sea already. But...
Don't get me. Maybe we should just drive cars directly into the sea. I always like to pass everyone queuing in the left lane on a roundabout and then go around the roundabout and go left and wave.
I do that. Yeah, like everyone queuing to go left on a roundabout.
Yeah.
Like it's a big queue. Yeah, just go up and then just go round the roundabout once.
I didn't realise this until
easy.
I was watching this thing because I was trying to look up merge in turn. Like you got 2 lanes and they've obviously been shrunk down.
Like the zip thing.
Yeah, the zip thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Because I think we mentioned this before, but I was watching a video about it and blah, blah, blah. But I was really interesting because obviously then what happens is everyone gets this massive long line and then you queue into it when really you should just all go up together to make it 2 and then merge in turn. But then somebody else said in the comment, oh, I'll just go up the side, go round the roundabout and then come off. And I'm just like, oh my God, why am I not doing that every time?
I've done that my entire life.
That is incredible. I mean, I have to say, the right line, it doesn't come up enough that I notice it or think about it. At the time, I'm like just durdling around, but like, no, next every time now, I'm going to go as if I'm going right up to the roundabout,
go right round it. Yeah.
And then be like, see you later. You're absolutely right, Darren.
I mean, because it would be a dick move to go up the right lane and then just turn left.
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. But if you go around the roundabout, you've done your due diligence.
Yeah.
Not that I can say it. Yeah. Yeah. Do it.
That's definitely a way to do it.
Fuck them people.
I do it daily, and the same woman from my work watches me do it as she queues in the left lane.
Probably tutting. Like,
can't believe he's doing
Darren.
Every day.
Yeah. This is a life hack, but not gentlemanly. Why not? There is literally nothing wrong with it.
I mean, by the way...
You're not breaking any rules. You're not cutting anyone up.
I don't even know
just
who gives a fuck about being gentlemanly. I mean, I don't know that it gets you anywhere, really. It's fine.
It is perfectly fine, yeah.
What do you want to do now?
I probably want to do that, to be honest with you.
Oh, this? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Cool. Let's do it.
Okay, cool. Let's move on into the segment we like to call Today I Fucked Up.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew he fucked up.
It's 9:15 already. We've spent so much time talking about... I loved all that talk about like Doctor Who and fucking Andor and all the this is happening shit.
I mean, that's kind of, what we want this show to be. Is just chatting bullshit.
Just to give us some shit to talk about. Oh, absolutely.
The segments will just drive us forward.
It's illegal to loop a roundabout more than 3 times, though. You've got to get it right first or second time.
Is it illegal to loop around more than 3 times?
Even if it is, I mean, who's monitoring that? I mean, there's no one's going to know.
There's no one there counting, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like, good luck finding a police car on a roundabout. They're all too busy sat on the side of the motorway.
Yeah.
Pointing a laser at you. Pricks. This is Today I Fucked Up. We tell the story of how people make terrible mistakes in their life, and we read them for our entertainment.
We do.
I'm going first because yours is much better than mine. Mine is really just... it's going to be a bit confusing, and we've got to try and follow it
Yes.
and work out what's going on
Okay.
and try and unpack it.
I'm ready.
I'm going to bring that back and do that. Right.
Okay.
Today I fucked up by keeping asking Shake Shack for a refund.
By keeping asking.
It actually says keep asking, but neither made sense. I tried to make it more sense.
By keep asking. Because I repeatedly asked Shake Shack.
Because I kept asking Shake Shack for a refund is the actual English way to say it.
We keep reading it. And that's the problem now. It's like... Okay.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, this person repeatedly asked Shake Shack for a refund.
Correct. That is their fuck up.
Your problem was going to Shake Shack in the first place. But anyway.
Last week, I ordered Shake Shack and picked up food. Without knowing, they messed up my order. Parentheses, wrong fries. End parentheses.
Okay.
So,
It's the wrong fries, Jeremy. I'm so sorry.
So the other day, I went back with the receipt and talked to the manager about it. Due to some unfortunate events, they only did pickup on that day.
Okay.
Right. The manager then asked me to order the fries via an app.
And then they
Uber
could
Eats.
pick them up.
And then he will process the refund, which should go back into my account within a week.
Fuck me.
So he will order some fries, he'll get those fries, and he'll get his money back. Is that what it...
Yeah, I mean, if he gets...
Otherwise, he's bought more fries, which is not...
Yeah, otherwise, what he's done is bought the wrong fries. He should be getting a replacement fries and not pay. So, yes, so he ultimately got the wrong ones, came back and said, just give me the right ones and we're all square.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we can't. So just buy them and we'll refund you these ones.
Which sounds like a massive fucking lie from a managerial point of view. Just literally hand the guy some fries. It's not difficult.
Not least the fact that these guys... Yeah, exactly right. They said, no, we're only doing pickup. What does that mean? Well, you mean I can't...
Well, luckily, I'm here and I can pick them up.
Yeah. So
I've got hands. Picking up is very easy. Like it's just like that.
You put that shit in my hand. But, of course, it didn't work like that.
No, manager's going to manager. So they ordered it on the Uber Eats, and then they processed the refund, which should go back into my account within a week. If not, I can come back and ask for him. Always Stella. I said, okay, although I didn't even want fries that day, but sure. The manager was friendly and helpful. I was happy.
So he just wanted a refund. He didn't want more fries. He just like...
He went back on a different day to say, I was given the wrong fries, I would like a refund.
Yeah, he doesn't want more of that stuff. He's not hungry now. Fucking hell.
I waited for over a week.
And lo and behold...
The refund never came. I know the $1 was small.
But that's not the point.
But I'm pretty broke and live close to the store. So I went back and looked for the manager. He said he was surprised the refund didn't show up, aka he did not process it, and asked if he can get me anything today to make me happy.
Fucking money, motherfucker.
I was like, not really. He said he can give me the refund now at the cashier.
Good.
Okay, cool. He punched in the fries, asked me to swipe my card, then gave me the receipt saying refund for one order of fries. Okay. He said the refund should reflect on my account now, and I might even get 2 refunds. Somehow, I thought I'll be getting another fries today, since he gave me the receipt and put in the fries order.
Why did you think you'd get fries again?
Because since he gave me the receipt and put in the fries order.
Right.
That was the reason they thought they were getting fries.
He didn't want fries.
So,
I don't think either of the people know what's going on in this fucking thing.
So I sat down and awkwardly waited near the cashier, which was quite busy. After 15 minutes, I realised that maybe I misunderstood.
Yes, you did.
So I went back to him again and told him I'm confused about whether I was supposed to get fries today. He was like, oh, do you want fries? I can get you fries. I was so embarrassed about the situation. A few minutes later, I walked out of the store with fries. However, I checked my bank account and I did not see any transaction today. It was like the transaction didn't happen.
So now you have fries and you haven't paid
and
for
still
them.
hasn't had any refund.
Instead of anything, he's now squared on the deal.
He's had 3 lots of fries, 1 wrong and 2 correct,
Yes.
and has not been refunded at all.
No. But he paid ostensibly
For the first set of fries.
Yes. And the second set of fries
That he did pay for because didn't get the refund.
Didn't get the refund. This last one, I think they gave him the fries.
Yes.
So I think he might be...
Which they should have just done in the fucking first place.
On the deal.
They are up 1 fry.
Up 1 fry.
I believe.
Fuck me. Is this a maths conundrum?
It is. Yeah. This
Billy wanted 1 fry.
This is on this year's GCSE.
If a Shake Shack traveling at 25 miles an hour meets another Shake Shack coming from Birmingham, how many fries will this man have?
The answer?
0.
Nobody knows, actually. You get a mark whatever you put in the box.
Fry R squared.
If I didn't go up and asked for the fries, I was probably back to square one of not getting any refund. If anyone has insights on this, feel free to comment.
We don't have insight, mate. You haven't explained it. No one knows.
Before this, I thought I did the right thing, but now I'm just confused and embarrassed. The manager was awesome.
No, he wasn't.
I probably won't go back to that Shake Shack ever.
Correct.
TLDR. Went back to Shake Shack twice to ask for a refund for fries.
Didn't get one.
Might misunderstand what the manager said and wait for the fries that never came. Had to go back and embarrass. No, this TLDR does not cover it, and it is not a TLDR.
I love the way that he says, like, I probably won't go. I don't know what's going on. That person is like totally just own it. I don't know what's going on. What started out was they were doing the right thing, but brilliantly, the manager has bewildered them. There was this thing on TikTok I saw, which is like a nonsense thing where they're like, what? Now, you put 20 quid down, I'll put 20 quid down. Now, I'll pay you 40 quid for your money. And like, I'll pay you. And it does this kind of thing. And it's just like, it's bullshit. But this is a bit like what that is. It's like,
it is a bit.
I'll pay you for some fries. They were the wrong fries. Then you give me that. You give me the money. I'll pay you for the fries and take the fries back. Next week, come along. I'll refund you that and give you 2 fries. Then you bring in the fries from the week before, but you have to pay for them. And they're like, I don't know if I'm up on this deal.
It is exactly like that. I think you have TLDR'd it a lot better than they did.
Do you know?
Honestly. Yeah, so I found that when I was like, yeah, we need to discuss this. I don't understand.
The thing about this also is that, I mean, how many different types of fries did they do there? I
Probably 2.
I do know.
Regular and Cajun is probably the answer.
Despite the fact that I just said don't go there, I went there for the Covent Garden one.
Fries.
Back in... Stop saying fries.
Fries.
I went there back in July when I went up to the Burnt City, and we popped in there. And I remember the Shake Shack being all right, but it was kind of what was there to be eaten. And they do a chili fries kind of like thing.
Why are you eating
loaded
fries in a fucking milkshake place?
Yeah, I know that Shake Shack is named for its shake, but it's really a burger place with a shake name.
No, fuck you. Stay in your lane, bastard.
You get them all. You get all the whole thing.
No.
This isn't as bad as when I was arguing with Virgin Media over a bill for 3 hours and then realised I had made the mistake. But by that time, I committed to it. So I stayed on the phone for another 2 hours until I got the bill cancelled.
Except the joke was on him because he'd paid like £30 for the phone call because the calls cost money.
Some people dip their fries in their shake. Not me, Nurse Jess. I think I dipped my nugs in my shake.
You did do that on stream. There was video evidence.
There was.
Yeah. Some people dip their penis in the shake.
Not live on stream.
Depends what website you're on, really.
Alex would dip his fries in shake and love it. I probably would. I mean, I don't mind about any of this. I don't think the shake is a dip, really. I don't think it's
not a dip.
It's not a dip.
No.
And I don't think Shake Shack is good. At least the Covent Garden one is bad. I've been to it twice.
100% of the Shake Shacks you've been to have been shit.
Yes, actually, the first time I went, I was like, but I didn't know much. They were both shit. Fuck them. Taco Bell is finally coming to Folkestone.
Yes, I saw that. We went for churros at Taco Bell when we were in Camden.
Yes,
and Hannah loved that. So now I have promised her that the churros place is coming soon.
That's
and that
cool.
we will go for churros.
That's cool.
Because she loves a churro. Who doesn't love a churro, man?
That
Churros
is true.
fucking
They are
awesome.
great. I tell you, Duncan.
It's the only thing that Taco Bell UK can get right. So
Do you know what? Part of me is annoyed that there's going to be somewhere like this coming along to Folkestone, and I kind of don't want to. I can't. After that Nottingham experience, it was just the shittest experience.
It's bad.
I think complaining is an art, and when
And
you're
we're really fucking good at it.
yeah. Update for the roof. I think the roof might. I'm not going to say the roof's going to get fixed, but I have been fucking complaining till I'm blue in the face.
The roof is not fixed.
It is not. I've been complaining.
We don't need no roof. Let the motherfucker drip. Drip, motherfucker. Drip.
No, don't. Oh my god. Oh shit. I don't. There's nothing to say. Can I read my Tifu?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the only segue.
Okay. Let me just take this a little bit down so I can read it. Okay.
Is this back now? I'm going to do that at random intervals for the rest of this show's existence.
See,
Not just today, but tomorrow and for the rest of our lives.
Tifu, by letting a delirious woman into my house thinking she had heat stroke.
I love this one so much.
She was a mental patient from the hospital who proceeded to sit on my sofa and masturbate.
I read Shake Shack and left this one for him.
By the way, I had a random woman come round to my house when I was living with Duncan, and it was a bit like this.
Did she masturbate on your sofa?
No, but I think she would have done if we'd have asked her to.
Oh.
I think...
Oh, wow. I did not see this one. A Tifu that Harmstone hasn't perused.
This
Momentous
happened,
day.
This happened in the UK while we were going through the hottest heat wave on record.
Oh, yes. I remember it well. Beautiful weather.
It was lovely.
It was wonderful.
Yes.
Let's have it back.
It's 4 p.m. and I'm minding my own business in my back garden, tidying my shed. Sure? Is this not you?
So the Ops House became the Shake Shack. Very good, Tamsin. A doff of the cap to you.
I minding my own business in my back garden, tidying my shed, when I hear somebody trying to get in my back gate. I peek through the gap to see an elderly woman looking very hot and distressed. She notices me and starts shouting, please help me, I can't open the gate. So I tell her to go to the front door.
How about don't open the gate and fuck off?
I ran through the house and told her to come in and take a seat while I get her a glass of water. She's mumbling gibberish and rocking back and forth. Tells me she is lost. I suspected she had heat stroke and was suffering from delirium, the drink, and exhaustion. Poor woman. Thank God I saved her. I pop upstairs to get a damp towel and the fan. When I return, I find the woman sitting on my sofa, smoking... I just read ahead. I know it's in the title. I pop upstairs to get a damp towel and the fan. When I return, I find the woman sitting on my sofa, smoking...
You can't even get it out.
Smoking a cigarette, masturbating. Great. You can't do that, I yell in bemusement. Oh, in bemusement. I was more angry there. You can't do that. I yell. Oh, no, he yells. You can't do that.
How do you yell in bemusement?
That.
I can see your trouble.
I
here.
really feel like
this
I
is
got it on
really
that third go.
Testing your acting job.
Yeah.
One more for posterity.
You can't do that. I yelled.
That was good. That is angry bewilderment. Good job.
Right. Thank you. I yell in bemusement.
We might get a Tony for that. Well done.
That would be amazing. But she carries on.
In for a penny.
Telling me how nice it feels. Listen, we know how masturbation works. No one does it because it feels bad. I really hate this wank. It's the worst thing I've ever done. Well, in for a penny, in for a pound, my poor penis.
In for a penny, down for a pound.
Right? Oh, dear. Shocked and amused yell. You can't do that. Telling me how nice it feels. Can you lick my clitoris? She asks.
Got to find it first.
To which I said, no way, and she needs to leave. Do you have a dog? I see my chance. Rule 1, see rule 1. I see my chance to get her out of the house. Yes, I have a dog. Come with me. And I managed to get her up and out of the garden. Out into the garden. She collapses onto the floor, making gagging noises, telling me she's going to die, still with her hand between her legs. It's 40 degrees, and I myself am struggling, to be fair, so I know she'll be in trouble if I don't get her out of the heat. I call 999. They take 5 minutes to answer, and eventually they tell me there's no ambulances. Is she breathing? Is she conscious? Okay, then. If she passes out, put her in the recovery position and fan her. Then call us back, and we will try to hurry up. She keeps asking for the dog. Oh, Jesus. And that she wants us both to make love to her. Don't let people inside your house, folks. Just going to tell you that. Just rule 1.
This is very rule 1. I'm just throwing it out there.
Keep people outside of your house. Rule 34. If you can imagine it, it's on the internet somewhere. When I try to move her into the house, she keeps grabbing me and trying to kiss me. What the hell am I going to do? The hospital is a 5-minute walk, so I make the decision to kick her out the front of my house and close the door. It doesn't say that, but that's what I would have done. So I make the decision to get her there by carrying her, or she's going to die from heat stroke. Mate, heat stroke is not the issue. You must realise that by now.
It's the other kind of stroke that's the problem.
So I tell her, I know a really nice dog across the road, and I'm going to take her to it. Her eyes light up, and she heads with me out of the garden. I get her to put her leggings on.
Congrats, that's definitely the first obstacle here.
And begin to walk to the hospital while being sexually assaulted the whole way. 999 rings me back and I tell them the plan.
Do they do that? Hello, this is 999.
Just checking in with you.
Just calling to say...
Still no ambulance.
We're still coming. And so's she.
Does this guy live in a German porn movie? I mean, I don't know what kind of German porn movies you're watching, but I think this is beyond the remit of any porn story I've ever seen.
Certainly illegal ones. Yeah. Hello, Ellie. Welcome in. Yes, DGMS is a Tuesday night affair now. Make sure you mark your calendars appropriately.
Yeah, we decided it was better on a Tuesday. More people would come along, and Friday can be a night for drinking wine and going to various things.
And we've largely been proven right.
We have. So. We have. So I'm going to find out where we are. 999 ring me back and I tell them the plan. The closest door is the ear and throat department. Oh shit.
Giggity.
Or something like that. It's ear, nose and throat. Actually.
Yes. I think you'll find
ENT.
It's got nose in there too.
So I carry her in there while where there is air conditioning and I sit her down.
I'd just been like...
And that's that.
Later, fuckers.
Peace out, bitch.
Crazy fingering woman
bye.
is your problem now. She really wants a dog.
Ear and throat. What will I do on Fridays now? Go and have a glass of wine.
You will watch a rerun on Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
Just queue up one of the old episodes and watch it back.
We could definitely do that.
I'm going to do that.
Oh, good. Yeah. I didn't know if you were just like a little, light bulb.
No. That's part of the plan.
Oh, that's good.
I'll
good. I'm fairly sure we discussed that at some point, but
yeah.
I've probably
I will,
forgotten it in the shuffle.
I'll fully let you in on the plan when.
How much of the rest of the plan that we were talking about earlier did you want to elucidate on this stream?
None.
Right. Just checking. Anyway, I shout for help, and a nurse appears. Wow. That's amazing. And they are in a hospital. She fetches some water and throws it into the face of the masturbating woman. They all seem to know who she was, and apparently she'd been on the mental ward. Is that cool to call it that? I'm not too sure it is.
No.
Psychiatric? I mean, I'm just reading this out verbatim.
Hold that thought, Harmstone. I have further once it's...
As I walk out, she yells, "Where is this dog to lick my clitoris?" The nurses look puzzled. I shrug my shoulders and walk out.
Peace, bitches. It's your problem now.
I can't even read this. I return home, lock all the doors and gates, and have a shower to wash the woman's sweat and fanny juice off me.
No one says fanny, mate.
No one says fanny.
Apart from Americans
Captain
talking
Britain
about their rear ends, because...
Yes.
Yeah.
I've not seen it
For the
today.
Americans in the room, in the UK, the fanny is your vagina. Well, your labia.
I've not seen her today. Hope she's feeling better. Why would you have seen her today? Why did you expect to see her?
Clunge gunge, maybe. Nice, thanks for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, ABG. TLDR, I let a delirious woman into my house, and we all know what happened. We all heard it. Don't need to go over it.
Not the whole vulva. Maybe.
The Holver. That's miles away.
You can interpret whatever part you want.
I mean, what the ever-loving fuck was that about? I mean, and so do you say you have a thing you want to say? Because he said this is fake and you said...
Yeah. So actually, that I didn't bother, copy and pasting onto this page. He provided as much proof as possible that this was a fully true story that he could legally do under the law, and it is verified true. It 100% happened. It was verified, and you can go on Reddit and you can look yourself if you want. But yeah, he like had a doorbell camera and posted the parts of the doorbell camera footage that he could that didn't identify the person.
I have to say,
and it turned into most people complimenting him about his garden and wanting tips on how to make their garden look like his. And the guy was quite fit as well, and he didn't have a top on for the majority of the photo. So also a lot of women like tried to flirt with him. So it's a whole thing.
He's dating one of them.
It's a whole thing that happened after writing the Tifu.
I bet he got his granny to do it. Fuck me. Even by my standards of HTF, that's gone. That's above and beyond.
I mean, if
that's
going to have trolls coming in and doing like the wanna be famous thing, maybe that's the new line they can go with. Wanna be famous? Want me to pretend to be a granny? Come and masturbate on your couch, and then you can write a Tifu on Reddit and sell it to the masses.
And then all the women can see it and think you're amazing and check out your garden and check out your fit fucking torso, and then you can get a date. I mean, it's a long con of all long cons. It's like to kind of go, listen, granny, I need you to do this because I got a plan.
I'm not sure there's much money in it either, unless perhaps he is a landscape gardener.
Yes.
And that is the con. He gets people to look at the pictures of his garden because of this elaborate story.
Yes.
And then he goes and landscapes everybody's gardens.
It's just like, well, best way to get incredible work, I suppose. But yeah, that was weird.
You can trim my bush.
Fresh coat, Andy, welcome in. Good
Hello,
to see you.
Welcome in.
We're doing this. When did this happen? We're doing Don't Get Me Started on a Tuesday we started at 8 UK time. It's now coming
it's
up.
not 8.
Now it's
as
20 to 10.
Is the passage of time.
Do you know, I was reading, and I don't know, I was reading about this somewhere where people, something you can do, and I meant to mention this to the old father because he's got a drone, is that people like pictures of their house from the sky.
Yes.
So you basically become a person that goes around taking pictures, and you go around to everyone's house and like you put a little thing through their door saying, hey, if you want a picture of your house, ring me up, I'll take a picture of your house, and you can have a picture of your house from above. And then like they turn to their wife and say, oh, do you know, would you like a picture?
Actually, I would like a picture of my neighbour's house. And if you could take it at this very specific time,
Can you imagine?
That would be great. Make sure the curtains are open.
Yeah.
And then give me the photos.
It's
I will
just-
pay you great sums of money.
That sounds like blackmail and ransom. I think the intention is they're kind of like, it's like when people come past and say, hi, I'm a window washer and I'm coming past, and do you want your windows washed every 2 weeks?
Guttering's the one that I always get fucking put through my door.
Right.
I'm like, no one's cleaning my gutters because I don't want to pay you, frankly.
I remember at one point, I'm like, do you know what? I was living in my brother's house. I was like, do you know what? Actually, having my windows washed would be a really good idea. And it's every month and blah, blah, blah. And it's a tenner or whatever it is. Or it wasn't that, but whatever it was. And I was like, I spoke to Duncan, who I was living with at the time. And we're like, yeah, that's a good idea. But ultimately what it came down to is none of us had, when the guy came round to say, where's the money? We never had like money on us.
No.
So it felt like we were kind of trying to rip the guy off. But it was just like,
No one carries money, mate.
we didn't have any cash on us.
Take
we,
card, you
we
prick.
weren't pressy enough to remember that it was coming up to be that day. So like, and he would come from, oh yeah, I'll come around on this day to collect it. And I was just like, in the end of this, we paid him what we owed him. We're like, mate, it's not going to work. Who gives a fuck anyway?
I pay my window cleaner yearly because I can't be having to find money every month. That's just, what kind of 1992 bullshit is this? Why would I fucking have cash?
Do you know what? I've been going to, when we went once and I want to go again, to Curzon, the Riverside place in Canterbury Cinema. And they've been advertising on Facebook, and probably because I like Curzon and I've looked at it other places, it's popping up in my Facebook, and everybody in the comments is saying a couple of things, several things. One of the things they say is, parking's really expensive. Better get your wallet out because the parking's expensive. And you can get it validated, so it's free. So that's one thing. Or and the other thing they say is, well, I'm not going because they don't take cash. Because apparently they don't take cash, they only take cards there. So I was turned away the other day, and I will not be returning. They only take cards, they don't take cash. What kind of world is it? I always use cash. No cash, I'm not coming back. Honestly.
Right. Excellent. This is a wonderful, wonderful rooting out the dickhead system.
Right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I was just like, what world, what year is this that you're thinking that, oh my God, like
You boy, what year is it? It's Christmas year.
I don't have cash.
It's Christmas year, sir. Good, then I haven't missed it.
The entire year.
Go to the cash point and get me £20.
I need to go to Curzon later. I don't take cash.
And put a fresh £20 note in the window. I know he gets it from the window. Never mind, fuck Dickens.
But yeah, like about of the 26 comments or whatever, there were like, it's just all these comments. The vast majority was just like, well, no, I always only pay with cash and I'm doing cash. And he's like, this is cash. If it's not cash, then I don't want, no cash, I won't go. And I never comment, and I didn't on this, but I wanted to say they have other points. The problem is it's too expensive. Actually, the tickets we had were the same as
Any
SeaWorld.
other cinema.
Right,
Yeah.
it's the same.
Your problem is with cinema at large / the economy.
Yeah.
Not.
So I want to say
Curzon.
and also it's only good for young people because they get a cheaper discount or something like that. But we looked at it, and OAPs get a discount as well. So like nothing for the oldies. And I kind of want to say, actually, there is something for the oldies, and it has a discount. It's on the website. Also,
I think what you'll find is there's nothing for the large majority of people who are not, university age or fucking old.
which is just the world.
Yes.
We don't use cash anymore. No one gives a fuck. So just get up to speed. And also, it's the same price as everywhere else. So shut the fuck up. And it's beautiful. And it's like someone said, I don't think much of the decor or something like that. I'm like, oh fuck off, mate. It's beautiful. Honestly,
They fucking turn the lights out for the film. Who gives a fuck what it looks like?
I honestly, everybody was just irritated me so much about this.
I know that we like to complain, and it is the basic premise of this entire show.
Yes.
But also, does other people need to really complain as much? Is there any need?
Yeah, unless you're being
think so.
funny about it. What's the point?
Unless you've got a live show about
Yeah.
complaining, then don't fucking complain. Only we're allowed to complain. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
Have you got sponsorship? If I was doing a cinema section, either on my stream or on this one, maybe we could get away with sponsorship.
We did cinema last week, and we did TV this week.
What's happened? What's good and what's bad? What we hate about cinema, we could go to the cinema with our membership that we get as a sponsorship, and we can say sponsored by Curzon Riverside. We're not, by the way, at the moment. But if we were, I'd love that. Maybe I should write to them.
Yeah. I think we've got like a low bar. We want free tickets.
Yeah, just free tickets.
That's it. That's all the sponsorship would need to be. We have free tickets. We go watch the films. We talk about them on here and say Curzon a few times.
Yeah, Curzon.
Easy. Curzon.
Go to the Riverside in Canterbury.
The Dax that we did not meet.
20% discount code with a little kickback.
The little kickback is the other 80%. I'm very clear about this. I want to go for free.
I just find...
Those are my terms.
I think... I think we should try and get that happening. Where are we now? I feel like...
We've done that. And we've done that.
It's 9:45.
Do we want to do that? Or do we want to squeeze something in the middle?
Well, did you have a controversial opinion?
Always.
Now, like Keris was asking earlier, do we have a sting for that? And we don't.
I have a sting I can play.
Go on then.
And this is where we'd play a sting. If we had one!
So no is the answer.
No, I know.
I don't have a sting. No.
But we were trying to work up a controversial opinion section. And we were doing quite a lot of controversial opinions last week. But you mentioned you might have one.
I've got a few, really.
Oh,
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. And just pick and choose what kind of topic you want to go down. But the thing that struck me this week,
Yes.
and I don't know if this is that controversial, or I think it is controversial, but I don't know if this audience will think it's controversial.
Yes.
I hold the opinion, Alex,
Yes.
that the Beatles are basically just any other boy band. They were just a boy band, and there was really nothing special about them.
Well, that is an I don't. Well, there's really nothing special. You just like they were just
They were just another boy band. They just happened to be, around at the time, and they had a good marketing train behind them.
Yeah. I mean, I can certainly see what you said. I think their music is above and beyond quite a lot of other bands. Are you doing that just to wind up? Because he loves the Beatles.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
I genuinely did not know that.
Yeah, he's a hella fan.
Ah.
Yeah. Not controversial. Very true, says ABG. I'm kind of halfway there, because what I think is there was a point.
I mean, the first thing that you said obviously directly contradicts what I'm saying, that their music was above and beyond. I don't agree.
I think their music is excellent.
I think a lot of their music is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it is above and beyond fine. But what I will say is that effectively they discovered the boy band concept before anybody else. They're like, at that time, there's no one else was doing it, right? But that's saying
Monkeys?
that. I don't know. Maybe so. But if you're saying that like they were not they were the ones doing it first, but like they were just another
boy band.
I guess like the Beach Boys were a boy band.
I mean, basically,
before it?
the boy bands really just came out of like the barbershop barbershop quartet kind of idea.
They're no Daughtry.
They are no Daughtry.
They're no Dire Straits. You think Dire Straits? I mean, I love Dire Straits, but I mean, I think the Beatles are better than Dire Straits. But is this just becoming just the thing about which bands we like more than? So let's get back to the crux of your argument. Is are you saying the Beatles aren't as good as people think they are?
Yeah, they're nothing special.
I disagree. But that's the point. They know the calling.
So lately.
Wait, do we put it in the sea? I don't know. What happens with that? Let's find them. Listen.
Jez is right, but it is controversial. Sorry, I stopped listening at Jez
Points
is
at
right.
poll. Is this opinion controversial?
Oh, quick, it's going to expire. Yes, it is a controversial opinion.
People really think it is controversial.
Yes,
People like the Beatles.
The poll has spoken, and it is a controversial opinion. Good, because this segment is called Controversial Opinions.
Do you have any more?
If I'd have just thrown out there, here is an opinion,
yeah,
that still would have been fun, but not as fun.
I really want to find. I don't have one at the moment, but
I mean, there's one that I've thrown out before that I know people don't agree with, and working towards our Curzon sponsorship.
Oh yes.
The second Matrix film is the best of the three.
Oh, I can't agree with that. But I don't agree with that.
I've only ever found one person that agrees with me. Everybody else is like, fuck you. No, the second film is great.
I can't. I
mean, the first film's good too.
It
Don't get me wrong, but the second one's better.
Jez is wrong, but it is controversial. Is this the line you're saying? Jez is right, but it's like Jez is wrong.
My rightness or wrongness is largely irrelevant. Well, no, it's not. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong.
ABG says WTF JEZ.
Brat?
LOL.
Is that what I say now? Do I
say brap? You say brap. If this show does not end with a brap.
Like, listen, the first film didn't have an epic highway scene. That highway scene is probably the best highway scene in all three of the films.
I haven't seen the third film.
Oh, there's no highway scene in the third
Fucking, what
film.
were they thinking, Jess?
Yeah, there's no highway scene in the first film either. So objectively, I am correct. It is the best highway scene in all of the Matrix
Do you
films.
know what? You are
I haven't
not
seen
wrong.
the fourth one actually. They might have.
We better get to the Curzon Cinema to see that.
Yes, I think we're probably too late on that one.
Yes, we are.
Maybe they could put on a special screening for their new sponsorees.
That could be one of the kickbacks. Not with a brap, but a whimper. I love that. Jez, you are so wrong and should reconsider your life choices.
I don't think that's right. Thanks for playing, but
other things, they had two kind of ghosty brothers who were like ninjas who could kind of like float in and out of the cars.
The Andersons, Mr. Anderson, is that him?
Not those, the guys that just had like, well, they all had sunglasses. The guys in sunglasses with like very white hair and white faces and white
those
suits.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. They were in the second one.
The guys that look like the is it Siegfried and Roy with the tiger? It looks like two Siegfrieds.
Two Siegfrieds. The
two
twins.
Siegfrieds in shades.
My friend knows them, I think, or he knew them. They dojoed in the same dojo as him. I'm like, what up? Yeah, anyone
is that the verb?
To dojo.
To dojo, is that what you say?
Yeah, they say that in Cobra Kai.
They twatted people in the same dojo. I think that's a better.
Maybe.
They brapped each other in the same dojo.
I'll brap you in the dojo.
Giggity.
Jez doesn't understand music.
I think I do. I think it's been confirmed that I do. Especially being as one of my favourite bands won the best rock band of all time competition.
And best crisps.
And if there's anything I know, it's all of the things that have been in World Cups, except for Disney films. I didn't win that one. It's the only one I didn't win.
Daughtry. What?
Queen?
He's the best at everything.
I like Queen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is there anything controversial we can say about Queen? I mean, is it just saying
No,
things?
I think I have fully versal opinions about Queen.
Yes, mine too.
Is that the opposite of controversial?
Queen are great.
Yeah, Queen are great. They probably should have not bothered trying to resurrect it after Freddie Mercury died.
Yeah.
That's where they just needed to like cut it. I mean,
Freddie's voice is terrible would be a controversial opinion.
It would be. It's not one I hold though.
No,
It's not one
me
you hold
neither.
either. No.
I think that would be a brave controversial opinion.
I mean, if we're talking controversial opinions about people whose voices are fucking terrible, but everybody loves them, let's talk about Kurt Cobain.
Oh. Well, I mean,
Kurt Cobain is awful, and the only reason that Nirvana hold any kind of status now is because he died, and that's it. That's the end of the sentence.
Well, I think he was already popular before he died, and that's why people like him now.
Popular, sure, as in like I like this band.
I like Nirvana.
It had a meteoric rise just because he died.
I disagree. I don't think it did. I think all the fans just went, that's fucking shit.
And largely people are like, oh, it's genius, man. I'm like, no, it's really not that good.
I think the music is really, really good.
I disagree. Controversially.
And I mean, his voice, which is like many bands, everyone's got a voice, everyone's got a look, everyone's got a kind of, sometimes it's like a perfect true voice and sometimes it's a scratchy part. He's a grunge singer. They all sing like that. Have you ever heard Pearl? Like Eddie Vedder sings like that as well. They all sing like grungy guys. Alice in Chains, they all sing like that. They're a product of that sort of grungeness. If they sang clean and true, they'd be in a boy band.
In a decent band, yeah.
It's Nirvana's brilliant.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
I mean, once you've heard Smells Like Teen Spirit, you've heard them all.
I don't think you have. That's good. That was good. You almost did Penny Royalty there.
Don't never again.
It's very good. You could
Except he did have a gun. Very famously, he had a gun.
I swear that
he's a fucking liar.
don't have a gun.
It's not true, Kurt, and you know it's not true.
He says it again.
Yeah.
Heart-Shaped Box was great. I mean,
no, Heart-Shaped Box is probably the worst of the Nirvanas, actually.
I mean, it's not my favorite. I can see I like it.
It's not my favorite either, in case that wasn't clear.
Do you have any that you like?
I like Smells Like Teen Spirit.
It's a great song.
But even there are parts of that I'm like, oh, mate, just sing it, will you? Stop doing whatever you're doing. What is this weird whaley thing? Are you a wraith? What's going on?
Can you close the screen on Jez? This is a great section. Oh, my God. Does anybody here have any controversial opinions that they want to share? Just drop them in the chat. Just drop something. Just set the world alight. See the world burn. Just drop something you want. And after we've done this for a little bit longer, if you have anything, then we'll move on to Am I the Arseholes?
Yeah.
And then that will be us wrapped up. The monitor went off. Oh, no, it's come back again. That was weird.
That was weird, wasn't it?
Superhero films are whack. Now, to be crazy. Superhero films are crazy, but they are. I don't know what the opinion is that is controversial. I agree, they are.
I mean, they're done. I would say, like they were good at first,
yes,
and then they really jumped the shark quite rapidly and quite quickly.
You're going to try and do.
I'm going to try and make your TV work. Yeah, I'm going to change the channel and then change it back again. It shouldn't affect what we're doing.
No, because we're just seeing. Yeah, I can see it. Like there we are.
Yeah. Controversial opinion. Your TV is shit.
Your shit. Listen. I'll hear all that stuff and sit through your feelings about Nirvana, but don't say a fucking word about my TV. It's got ambilight. Whack as in shite.
It's got doesn't work light. That's what it's got.
It's heard you hate on this stuff so much.
It's obviously a massive Nirvana
It's
fan.
trying to take its own life.
I'll fucking show him. Nirvana being shit. What is this guy talking about?
whack as in shite. He's like, superhero films are shite. I think, well, I would say some are good and some are bad.
Yeah, I think that's too large a generalization.
If you said like, if you said something like Chad Boseman was bad in those films, something like that would be a really controversial opinion and one that no one would probably seek to back up. I'm trying to pick something that would be like,
Yeah. Or if you said something like, what's his name? Forgotten his name. No, never mind.
While you're thinking about that,
names.
do you want to scroll up to see? Because that's something we had an influx of.
Yeah. I have a controversial opinion, says Karis. I love Jez so much, I married him. That is
Sick
controversial.
burn.
That is controversial.
That is controversial.
Yeah.
Batman is the. What did I say? Batman is the villain.
Batman is the villain.
You're right. It was Aletha's. There you go. Batman is the bad guy. Below Super Tennis.
Oh, yeah.
Batman is the bad guy.
Depends on
That
what...
feels like a theory. That feels like a kind of a film or comic theory.
It does
that
depend
secretly-
what kind of film series or TV series or what kind of franchise you're talking about.
I mean, Batman's a vigilante, and as a result, he is above the law. Something I
Fucking
read
love
somewhere.
a vigilante.
You know,
I wish I was a vigilante.
I mean, that's why we watch it. Sometimes we apply this logic, this real world logic to superhero films and stuff like that. But he gets to do all these things that the regular police are tied, their hands are tied, and they're saying, well, Gotham City police are shit. Batman gets it done. And it's like, yeah, but Batman breaks the laws to do it. So is he the bad guy?
Yeah.
Well,
what I will say, and
he's
this,
a criminal.
and this could be a controversial opinion, Batman is just a poor man's Green Arrow.
I don't know Green Arrow well enough to know that.
They're basically the same character.
Like vigilante going around the city.
Rich guy becoming a vigilante. The only difference is that Batman did it because his parents got killed in front of him. Oliver Queen did it because he got marooned on an island after watching his dad die in front of him.
Right.
So
I see.
yeah, the Green Arrow is fucking amazing.
The Last of Us is a shit game.
Now listen.
I wonder what you want to say about this.
I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I've played it, not all the way through. You've finished the game, haven't you? I've got mixed feelings about it because the story is great.
Yes.
The visuals are great.
Yes.
Even though they keep trying to improve the visuals, like you don't need to.
Yes.
Just leave the fucking game alone. But the gameplay is kind of trite and fucking irritating. So I can see why you would find it shit.
I don't think it is shit. I think it's really, really, really good. And I think it ends really well and it delivers on all its promises in terms of storytelling.
I haven't got to the ending yet.
Yeah, and I'm not going to really get into that, obviously. But I think it's a great game. I haven't played it again since
I should probably finish it. I mean, it would have been what I was doing this month had my laptop not shit the bed, and I would have been streaming it.
For someone who doesn't like I was going to say vampire films. I mean zombie films. I really enjoyed it, although that's not my favorite kind of concept of things.
But if you call them zombies, you're going to trigger people anyway. So
right,
because they're not zombies.
No, that's how they get around it, I suppose. It's like it's got that. Is it made by the same guys who did Uncharted? Is it? I think it's Naughty Dog, but I could be wrong about that.
Yes,
but
it is Naughty Dog.
I sometimes I've struggled.
It's another Naughty Dog creation.
Sometimes when I was playing those Uncharted, it could be the combat can be a bit kind of you've got to get used to it. But I didn't have a problem with the gameplay, as it were. But I do think it's great. The thing in the movie, The Thing, was actually just trying to leave Earth, and the humans were the bad guys.
Haven't seen The Thing.
I don't remember it well enough, so I can't really comment on it.
But it doesn't sound controversial.
Is it rude to pick your butt in public, Mojo Jojo?
No.
Yes.
No. Which of those is a controversial opinion? Probably mine.
Is it rude to pick your butt? Like, put your finger up your butt in public and pick at it? Mojo, tell me, have you done it?
I mean, if you're going to wash your hands afterwards, no. Who gives a shit?
Interesting from Ellie J. Jack Nicholson is still the best Joker.
I disagree. But my favourite Joker is probably the nichest of all the Jokers.
Oh, really?
And I don't know the actor's name. And he wasn't officially called the Joker, I don't think, but he was the Joker. The Joker in the TV series Gotham.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah.
like a lot of the villains in Gotham.
Right.
The villains in Gotham are fucking incredible. And I think they are the best examples of a lot of Batman villains.
I don't know because
Cameron Monaghan, thank you.
I've only seen. Who was it?
Cameron Monaghan.
Oh, okay. I think I know who that is. I've only seen season 1 of Gotham.
I love Gotham.
So I don't remember.
Gotham's great.
And I never picked up the rest of it. I did really enjoy watching Gotham. So
yeah.
I don't know what to say about that because what I will say is that I love Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
I mean, I'm not saying Jack Nicholson's bad
No, I
by
know
any
you're
means. I enjoyed
trying to
him as the
work out-
Joker. But what I will say, and probably a controversial opinion, without trying to do that, I think similar to Nirvana, the only reason that Heath Ledger is so beloved as the Joker is because he died shortly afterwards.
I mean, I know what you're saying. Again, I
His
don't.
Joker was fine. I don't think it is as good as people make out.
I think his Joker was really, really good, but I'm wondering whether I just still think Jack Nicholson's was the one for me. I really love Jack Nicholson as a Joker.
Oh, hey, there you go. James 31 put it in the chat.
Batman is a poor man's Green Arrow.
He is a poor man's Green Arrow. There you go. Yeah.
I have a controversial opinion. Tarantino's films, as it were, aren't entertaining. Well, I don't agree with that. That is a controversial opinion, I think. Mind you, he's quite polarizing.
I think they are entertaining. I think Tarantino goes out of his way to just add in the weird, and that can put people off.
I think back when he was doing interesting kind of like mini plot kind of stuff where he would jump around the timelines of things, I think he was strangely on steadier ground, like Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and things like that.
I love Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs is amazing.
But I think after a while he goes off in a different direction. I don't think that it isn't all entertaining. Although I never really enjoyed Jackie Brown, I didn't really enjoy Kill Bill, but I do enjoy Django Unchained and the one that can't come to my brain right now, Inglourious Bastards. So it's
Reservoir Doggos. Fuck you, Hamstone.
too slow. Reservoir Dogs, great plot, poorly executed. I don't think it is too slow.
I don't think so. No. I think it is the right amount of speed and the right length, actually.
Cards Against Humanity are an intellectual game. I don't think I'm even going to talk about that.
Is it a controversial opinion that you hold that Cards Against Humanity is shit?
No.
Do people actually like
Yeah,
Cards
you're
Against
right.
Humanity?
I think you're right. Cards Against Humanity is a shit game, but I think people will disagree. Oh yeah, and what's in the briefcase? It's said, a lot of people said it's Marcellus Wallace's soul. That's something people like to say. I don't know if it's true. I think Jackie Brown was his worst, but Hateful Eight was his best. I mean, I think for me, my favorite is probably always still going to be Pulp Fiction. It's just like really, really elegant.
I like Reservoir Dogs.
I
I like Kill Bill as well. I know a lot of people don't like Kill Bill.
I liked it,
like
but
Kill
I think there was something. There were parts I liked about it. There was that felt drawn out to me, and I didn't really enjoy
Bill. I mean,
it.
they did draw it out over 2 films.
Yeah.
I suppose they didn't really need to, but yeah.
Wow, there's lots of things that people are saying. I think we probably might even have missed some in there.
I expect so, yeah. What I would suggest, actually, is
Yes.
you drop your controversial opinions into the Don't Get Me Started channel on our Discord.
Do that.
Someone will have to provide the Discord link because I still haven't. Oh no, you've got Streamlabs !Discord. That'll do it.
Yes.
And we will peruse them and get them out over time.
I love Cards Against Humanity. You just can't take any of it too seriously. It's not that. It's just like a really bad game. So if you're treating it as a game, it's weighted unfairly towards people who get better cards. And aside from it being a bad game, it's taking money for something you could just do by just sitting around talking with your friends. It's just a kind of it's awful, and it's not elegant in its tastefulness. It's cynical.
I think what you said before is you don't like how it gives license to people to be utter cunts.
Yeah.
And not in the us way.
No.
In the racist,
It's
like homophobic.
It's a real lowest common denominator kind of stuff for your money,
Hispanic.
and I just kind of hate it. But I tell you what, I would really like to crystallize exactly what I hate about it another time. But it is, oh my god,
prepare it for the next controversial opinions.
yeah, £28. You could I just don't need it. Just if you want to say something outrageous about like how much you love Hitler, then just fucking say it.
I love that. I think people who generally aren't funny love Cards Against Humanity because they get to say risque things.
Yeah. I played it with some people one time, and they were just like loving the cards that said like Hitler, and I don't really want to get into the exact kind of bits and pieces, but like all the money cards. There's like in a deck of Cards Against Humanity, there's like, I don't know, 20 money cards, and the rest of them are kind of just like nothing. And if you're holding one of those, then people will go, "Oh, great, I've got to say Hitler," and it's just really lowest common denominator stuff. So, yeah, fuck it.
So there you go. That was controversial opinions.
We'll work on that.
It was mostly controversial, I think.
What I enjoy.
I don't think I had much agreement, which is good.
What I enjoy is that there's a lot of. You clearly have some controversial opinions. So do muse on these, because we'll bring it back next week and we'll talk about more.
And I will always have controversial opinions because I'm a contrary fuck. So look forward to that.
I mean, how can you go wrong with the bees card or dem titties? Listen, Ellie, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't know.
But if you want to talk about them titties, then by all means carry on.
When I played Cards Against Humanity, probably one of the first and only times I played it, it was such a horrifically terribly basic experience that I just could never want to play it again. So I don't know what they've done or expanded. It's money for old rope, Cards Against Humanity. Very clever. They're very clever guys. But Cards Against Humanity. So Alex is playing Cards Against Humanity on stream, right? Oh my God. I'll burn a copy of it on stream if you want.
Jesington, Jesmima. Yes, Jimmy, Jimbo, Jim Bob. What's going on?
Listen, it's a controversial opinion because Ellie now probably thinks less of me.
I think most people enjoy Cards Against Humanity, and I therefore do think that it is a controversial opinion.
Man, I feel myself getting started, Jeremy.
We found one. We found a controversial opinion.
Oh my God, that more than Kurt Cobain. Who knew that that's where the line was? But anyway, I really do still hope you enjoy the show, despite our hatred for things that you like. That is kind of the point.
It's kind of the point. Yeah, absolutely.
Controversial. It is controversial. Right. Let's do the final segment.
It's the final segment. Ba-da-boo-boo. Ba-da-boo-boo-boo. Ba-da-boo-boo. Final segment.
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
I didn't want to talk over it just in case. I thought
he's going to push the button at any moment.
Yeah. I'll say this: my friends group has definitely moved away from Cards Against Humanity because there isn't a lot of replayability. No,
it's a pretty old game now. A hella old game, you could say.
Bow, bow, bow. It's expansionable, but I mean, fuck that shit.
Basically, you can just print your own, can't you? Just make your own and print your own and save the money. Except the cost of printing and all that kind of thing. Right then.
We're going to do Am I the Arsehole? We've got two. I've got one. You've got one. We're going to read them. And you're going to
decide if they're assholes or not.
And do you want to go first or shall I go first?
I'll go first if you like. I don't mind.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Settle in, folks. And yes, Harmstone, it is a remastered Sting. Thank you very much for noticing. Am I the arsehole?
You are.
For calling my girlfriend an inconsiderate wanker for waking me up on my day off.
Oh.
We are the knights whom say, Hella. Hella. Every day, I get up at 5 a.m. for work.
Fucking hell.
No thank you, mate. I do everything I can to be as quiet as physically possible to not wake my partner. Of course, it's not going to be perfect every time, but I'd say around 90% of the time, she doesn't wake up at all while I'm showering and getting ready, etc. She, on the other hand, can be flexible as to when she gets up and starts work. She works from home, and in her role, she doesn't have any direct superior to monitor her, or at least no one that cares. Now, this woman is atrocious with punctuality and time management. She's always late to everything. She wakes up late almost every day, but as she's just able to log onto her laptop straight out of bed, she can just get away with it. Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yes.
The fact I have to get up early for work every day means I really value a lie-in on my days off.
Oh, yes.
It's something I've always appreciated and taken pleasure in. Sleeping in till 9 or 10 a.m. when possible. Do I need to pause?
It's just like, this just in, lay-ins are good. It's just like, listen, I don't know about you folks out there, but lay-ins are fucking awesome. Just in case, I just needed to explain that. It's like, it's all right, buddy, we get it. But I have to say, while we've stopped briefly, there's a lot of people who believe that this person is not the arsehole. From the title alone and from the early going alone, I've been in this exact situation. I'm now divorced and happy. Well, I'm here for a lay-in. We're all having a lay-in. It's one big lay-in. Right, sorry, do carry on.
You won't be able to have a lay-in on the day that we do our breakfast. Don't
yeah,
get me
the
started.
breakfast show.
So make sure you get some sleep in that week and get up early for Don't Get Me Breakfast. It's always something I've appreciated and taken pleasure in, sleeping in till 9 or 10 a.m. when possible. We have no kids or any other responsibilities that would make this impossible or otherwise irresponsible pleasure.
Good work.
I usually have weekends off the same as her, but due to the shift pattern I'm on, I sometimes have weekdays off, this week being Wednesday and Thursday. Now this morning, as per usual, she woke up late for work. Actually, she woke up, made a cup of tea, sat on TikTok for a bit, then had to rush around because she was late for work. This is regular behaviour for her. She's now frantically rushing around trying to get ready, quite literally running around the house, in and out of rooms, up and down the stairs, banging doors and stomping around everywhere.
Fuck me.
Making it worse, she was also wearing flip-flops, so I could hear them loudly slapping against her feet with every step.
Fucking hell.
When she finally stopped darting around like a cat on heat, she came into the bedroom to use her makeup and toiletries. Every single can, bottle, brush, pencil, whatever gets slammed on the table. Some drop on the floor, hairspray and perfume being sprayed everywhere. This is the same woman who asked me to spray my deodorant outside of the room because it's loud and, quote, makes the room toxic. She then says she needs to use the hairdryer. I responded, oh, because you've been quiet up till now.
Sick burn.
She just replied, I don't care, and used the hairdryer twice.
Twice?
Twice. Okay, it's dry now.
Is she drilling herself in the head?
Yes. This is what really pissed me off, honestly. She clearly just could not give a shit in the slightest what really gets under my skin and has annoyed the fuck out of me. To me, it's just inconsiderate and shows the ugly side of her character and somewhat shitty attitude. So I angrily called her an inconsiderate wanker.
Is he in England? He's like, oi, you inconsiderate wanker. No, you're going to need.
I'm going to need to decide. This is the...
Just keep
we've got
everything.
we've got an important thing.
That's it, the TV.
Let me read it.
Really weird.
HDR signal detected, but your TV is in monitor mode, which will only display original video content without HDR processing. You've got HDR processing.
Yes.
Select keep to remain in monitor mode. No.
Leave.
Select leave to leave monitor mode and have the HDR effects. Yes.
Okay. Thank God.
Now I think it's going to work.
Yes. It's being weird, but
It's
it's
flickery.
still honest. Sorry.
I guess what the cable's like.
We have the TV on to monitor what we're doing, and it just keeps going off, but you can't see that, so it doesn't matter. This story is a strong argument for legalizing murder.
Yeah, and then one above. Chuck the hairdryer in the bath when she's in there. No problem. There you go. That.
He needs a new job, new girlfriend, and new deodorant.
Yeah, who still uses spray? Right. Where was I? Other than making the TV work. So I angrily called her an inconsiderate wanker.
You wanker!
She almost seemed a little confused and said that was really uncalled for and that I'm overreacting.
Wanker is a really soft word.
It is. I wouldn't mind as much if this was a one-off or rare occurrence, but it isn't. While typing this, I do feel I may have overreacted a bit, but it's really aggravated me and made me wake up in a horrible mood. Am I the arsehole for reacting poorly to this? Am I the arsehole for reacting poorly to this? Do I genuinely owe her an apology?
What do you think, chat? Is he the arsehole? Abso-fucking-lutely not.
Like, it's not difficult to be quiet in the morning.
She's going out of her way to be as loud as she possibly can. Everything she moves, picks up, walks on, or slams down is considered for being a loud cunt.
And it's just poor preparation and like lack of ability to get yourself sorted.
And while she's doing it, she's like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to be a loud cunt. And it's like, I don't know what the update is on this one, but I hope it says, yeah, now we split up.
That would be good. Yeah. I think we burn her as a witch.
Well, it's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I don't think they do that anymore, but I'm sure we can put it to vote or something.
You know, I suspect he's tried "Please Could Be You Be Quiet" on a previous. I think we're seeing the end of the negotiations of the diplomacy.
Yeah, I think he probably already went full Chris Jericho on her at some point and asked her to please shut the hell up.
He does say like, "Hey, do you want to be?" He's a bit snarky. He's like, you know, because you've been so quiet up until now, which I guess is like, but we're past that stage. She hates him. Why? What has he done? That's the real story. She does not like him, probably because he's having a lie-in. You know. Yeah. So I think the feeling here, if we can put not too fine a stamp on it, is that he is not the arsehole.
I think that's a very fine stamp myself.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Having been the person that designed it.
Mm.
This is a very toxic relationship. I reckon we are 3 days off from a televised dramatic recreation. Yeah. One of those black and white ones where it says reenactment in the corner or like, you know.
Dramatization.
Dramatization. That's it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to read mine. It's a bit shorter. It feels a bit like grudgy. Feels very grudgy.
We love a grudge here on Don't Get Me Started.
So you're going to have to weigh in on that, and then we're going to wrap up and see whether we can find someone to jump into. Just was quickly going to...
You're gonna pre-check whether there's
just
anyone.
Seeing,
yeah, see who's
well,
about.
Nova's on playing Amnesia, which is probably worth it. If Nova's on, that's quite good. Lucky 761 Mars. I haven't dropped into Lucky for a while, but I think it might be Nova because I don't think I've dropped into Nova for a while either. Plus, I really want to see him play Amnesia, so we'll probably go. It's very spooky and scary, and that's what it's kind of coming up to Halloween, so that's probably very suitable. Anyway, we're not there yet. Am I the arsehole?
Absolutely.
For not paying for my daughter's wedding because she invited my brother and his family? Am I the arsehole for not paying for my daughter's wedding because she invited my brother and his family? Okay. I'm 46M. My brother, 48M. So...
Older brother.
Yeah. Older brother. When I was 20, flashback.
When I was 20, my brother was such a big cunt.
He was, and we're going to find out why. No, because why should you pay anyway? Well, listen, that is...
Tradition!
Tradition! That's nice. Bit of Fiddler on the Roof there. Nope. Who pays for other people's weddings in this day and age? Let them save up for it.
Tradition!
Tradition. When I was 20, remember they're 46 and 48. So when I was 20, my then girlfriend cheated with my brother. I was heartbroken and pissed. I told him he is no longer my brother.
It's not how genetics works, but fine.
Despite my request, my family did not cut him off.
Shock.
What a surprise. So I told them that I will never again be in the same place as he is. Let the word go forth from this place. I will never be where my brother is. And if they wish to invite both, then they should just invite him. Because
ding, 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 ding.
I ain't going to be
Hear
there.
ye, hear ye.
This just in, I hate my fucking brother, and we ain't in the same place. Flash forward to now. It doesn't say that, but it should do. My daughter is getting married in spring next year. In our culture, both parents are paying for the wedding. 50-50. Fitty-fitty, some people might say. I wouldn't. Unexpectedly, my daughter sat me down and told me that she will be inviting my brother and his family. Ultimately, she's inviting her uncle.
Yeah.
Inviting my brother and his family. He married my cheating ex, you see. Apparently, she was seeing them for the last 4 years and built a relationship behind my back. So that is, the daughter has built a relationship behind the father's back, as it were, against his wishes, or at least against what might be expected.
Probably started watching him on Twitch during the pandemic.
Yeah, as all the best nieces do.
It happens a lot, I'm told.
Essentially, apparently she's been seeing them for the last 4 years and built a relationship behind my back. She even wants her cousin to be some kind of flower girl. I was pissed, much like I was 26 years ago.
It's a long time to be drinking. Should have stopped in between.
26 years ago, I stole a loaf of bread. Anyway, I told her what my boundaries are. And if my brother is invited... Hey, listen, we know what we know what you're going to say. We all know. If my brother is invited, then I will not pay my part of the wedding. This is the dad. If you're going to bring my brother, I ain't paying for your bit. She became angry and told me it's time to let go of the past. Which, when someone has held a grudge for 26 years...
That's always going to work.
It's gonna nail that one.
Listen, Dad, this 20-year-old grudge of yours, time to let it go.
Let it go.
I think it's gone on too far.
Yeah, anyway, I said, I saw it her way, and it was time to let go of the past. We're all friends now.
So I paid for all of the wedding.
I paid for 100% of...
and then I fucked my brother. Hey, Captain Smugface.
Coming in.
Welcome
in. The smuggest of all the faces are playing our favourite game. Jeremy, Until Dawn. You like Until Dawn. Great choice, Smug.
Sea.
Great choice.
Put it in the sea.
Bloody love Until Dawn. Welcome in, and welcome to everybody that's coming. My name's Alex. This is Jez, if you haven't ever come in here before.
Hello.
We do a weekly show called Don't Get Me Started, the rantiest show on Twitch, 8 o'clock every Tuesday.
UK time.
UK time.
It's Master Zen.
Master Zen.
Hey, I think that somebody called Master Zen may be in complete conflict with the premise of this show, because we are Master Rant.
We're superb at ranting and banting. Is that true? Is that the word?
There's no Zen here.
There's no Zen. I love it. We'll be just like, this is a controversial opinion. I hate Cards Against Humanity. And Master Zen is going to be like, some people will.
Everything's cool.
Some people won't.
Cards Against Humanity is merely
it's just
a dramatic recreation. Yeah.
We were just like, I don't like Shake Shack. It's a shit burger place. Burgers will come. Burgers will go.
They will go in your face and you will be happy.
We ask him what he wants in his burger, and he says, one with everything. Boom! Now we started. Straight out of the box. Anyway, welcome in. So, I don't mind a rant, but when I start, I don't stop.
I see. The Zen is to hold it all in.
Yeah. He's like a Vulcan, Jeremy. You know, when like they're really in control of their emotions, and then sometimes
until they're not.
They're just not, right? They're just kind of like, fucking hell. And then they have to apologize. I'm so sorry, Captain. I lost control of my emotions. Like, Spock, you're just the man. I don't understand. You can just be emotional.
It was Ponfar. I did not mean to hump your leg. Where I took out my penis and rubbed it on your naked back, and then shoved it deep inside of you, shook it around a bit, and then came.
You know,
it was all the Ponfar.
It was. Humans don't know what Ponfar is. He could get away with it. That was Ponfar. I fucked your wife. It's part of Ponfar. You fucked my wife? Yeah, part of Ponfar. Oh, Ponfar. Yeah, okay, cool. I told him it was part of Ponfar. You've joined us actually in the middle of an Am I the Arsehole? It's the last segment of the show about a person who's pissed off with a grudge against his brother and won't pay. This is the future now. Won't pay for his daughter's wedding if the daughter invites the brother, basically. It's a big old grudgeonator one. I'm afraid you're going to be halfway into it. But I'm going to carry on. I'm going to wrap up.
And when we're done, you can just go back and watch it again.
Yes.
Yeah, go back to the beginning. Start again.
But thanks very much. We do this every week, and we jump around from channel to channel. So if you do feel...
Jump.
like you're enjoying it, feel free to drop us a follow with different people. So,
Are we different?
we are separate entities.
I see.
Yes, we're on Always Be Chatting. That's me. That's my channel at the moment. This is my front room. But you want to drop Jez a follow as well if you enjoy it, if you get it. Actually, we find if we just tell you to do something, you often just do it. So just follow us. All right?
Yeah, follow him, follow me, follow everyone.
Don't get me pon-farted. Sorry, it was Ponfar. Fucking Ponfar. The Balkans. Oh, dear. There you go. Brother fucked girlfriend 26 years ago. They're still together. Daughter has been speaking to the brother for 4 years. Now wants him and the fam at the wedding. And grudge bearer brother isn't happy
Says
about it.
no.
No.
Fuck you, daughter. I'm not giving you money.
Not funny.
Not money.
Oh, God. I've got to get... There's only like 2 things left. She became angry and told me it's time to let go of the past. I told her it's not her call to make.
Quite right.
We argued some more, and she told me I am making her wedding about myself. I told her I'll probably not even attend, so it will be all about her. Boom. She left crying.
Shock. Totally unexpected.
It's like, I'm not going to...
I'm not paying for your wedding. I'm not fucking coming.
So
guess
you
I'll
get the best of both
cry
worlds.
then.
Part 2.
Cry? Is that the response?
My ex-wife called me screaming and told me I'm a huge asshole and our daughter is crushed. Then my parents called. Same thing. I told them off. My parents called and I went, now you listen here. Go to your room. And now I'm ignoring their calls. My girlfriend told me to reconsider and apologize. That by not paying and attending, I will break relationship with my daughter. I don't know. I think my boundaries should be respected. Am I asshole for that?
No. Now, I'm a big fan of a grudge, as you well know.
Oh, yes, me too.
And if I'm 20 years into a grudge, my daughter is not going to stand in the way of that.
No.
Sorry, Hannah, in 20 years.
Future Hannah.
I've made my bed, and you will lie in it and rant. And I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know how this analogy works. No, they are not the arsehole.
It might be a different story if the brother or ex had shown any remorse. No, exactly. There's some aspects of here that's like, no remorse, didn't give a fuck, and like the family don't give a shit about this because ultimately, as is often the case, they're not really affected by it, so they're able to like go, well, whatever the fuck. But here's the thing: is like the daughter, and it's hard, and I get it, but the daughter knows about all this shit, but willfully knew this would be a problem, knew it was going to hurt her father, and went ahead anyway. And now it's like, I can't believe after I willfully hurt you, because it is going to hurt him to do it. My actions hurt you. And now you're like, you're making it all about me. No. You had an option to make this.
Yeah, none of this was a problem until you started talking to the douchebag.
You know, so now she probably thought, well, he's never not going to come. I'll call his bluff on this shit. You better believe if someone's got a grudge, they ain't stopping it. I've got so many grudges, and I haven't gone back on any of them. There are people who are blacklisted I'll never see again. Fuck that shit. Also, snuck around for 4 years and formed a relationship with him. Yeah, it's just kind of... I don't know whether it would have been different if she'd have said, like, years before, like, I kind of want to get to know him and I know you don't want... You know, maybe there was a better way of handling this. But I don't think it results in any difference, though, had she told him up front.
No, and that's the thing. The brother made his bed all those years ago by... If you'd have had the affair with the girlfriend and then it had ended and they'd have all gone their separate ways, then you probably could have repaired that relationship. But the brother doubled down.
Oh boy, did he!
By marrying the girlfriend that was the cheatie.
That is so shitty, and
it's awful. So
I can't imagine.
They don't deserve the forgiveness. They lost every opportunity for the forgiveness.
Yeah, they lost it. They never wanted to. I mean, it is not covered in the scope of this whether the brother apologized and said all this stuff, said, listen, I'm still going to see her. I'm so sorry. It's still my brother. It was a moment of weakness, but she's great. And I'm sorry it's going to hurt you. We'll all look back on this and laugh in the future. And I'm so sorry about that. We don't have that sort of clarity in the scope of this. It does feel like we're reading into the fact that likely from context, the brother never made any attempt to put it right.
No. Because there is only one way you can put it right.
Yeah.
I.e. not continuing to see,
Yeah,
to see
exactly.
the woman.
And they were probably like, well, fuck it. They probably thought about doubling down. It's like, listen, we must legitimize this decision, because if it just becomes a throwaway thing, then he's going to like, well, why did you put me through it for nothing? They probably thought, listen, we've got to go through it and get married and have this long relationship, because at least it justifies that this was the right decision, if you know what I mean. So I think that's probably back in their head somewhere. But she knew it hurt her dad by sneaking around for 4 years. Yeah, I mean, how fit is this girlfriend-wife? I feel that could sway the vote. How fit is...
They haven't got cute little abbreviations on Reddit.
Classic Darren.
My 34F wife, parentheses WF, well fit. Maybe we should write into Reddit. Dear Reddit,
Yes.
we require classifications to determine how fit people are. Please provide these post haste. Don't get me started.
So many things. How fit is it? My response to the brother and the ex is not applicable. I presume that's not the arsehole. Well, maybe.
Can't agree
Listen,
with
they
you-
love
with you
the
there,
heart
Dan.
wants what the heart wants. You know, we did what we wanted. Let the chips fall where they may. I think in some regards, there when they're like 20 and 22, they were like young, really young, and just kind of like. I'm not saying what they did they didn't know. I'm saying is at that point he probably went, just what are you gonna do? Just gonna ruin the family forever? And like, but just because I did this shit, you're gonna be angry at me forever? What are you gonna do? And he went, Yes,
that is what
that's
I'm gonna
exactly
do.
what I'm going to do. And it's just like, well, listen, he'll stay angry with me for a couple of years, but he won't stay at me for like a couple of decades.
I'm his older brother.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Oh my god.
I've been, yanking his chain for years. He'll get over it. He'll just see it as brotherly stuff. Yeah, I stole his girlfriend. He stole my Xbox. I stole his girlfriend. What are you gonna do?
I don't know whether like, I just can't. The whole thing here is that like the daughter's crushed and angry, and everyone responds in this way, and I can't quite work out how to articulate this, but like they fail to see it his way, so as a result they just see things in a very straightforward and basic way, in the sense that like, well, your daughter's fucked off now.
Yeah, the daughter expects him to take the emotions out of it while applying extra emotions to it when
Yes.
he does not take the emotions out of it. Like how did you think this was going to go?
Yeah.
Honestly.
And then my ex-wife called me screaming. Your ex-wife?
Yeah.
Who's the ex-wife? Why would she have anything to do with it? Told me I am huge arsehole. Her daughter is crushed. So the daughter that he had,
The mother of the
the
child,
daughter, who
and
she
he's
is
now
estranged from, effectively.
yes, not the girl that
No.
married his brother.
And my parents called, same thing. It's like, no. Here's the thing. When someone else has done the arsehole-ish thing, then you react to it, and then you're the arsehole. This is a thing I've said several times. It's like someone else does a cuntish thing, so you assert yourself, and your assertion is translated as being an arsehole. It's like, no. If person A is an arsehole and you assert yourself, you're not
You're
being
just having boundaries.
You're just trying to kind of like make a stand here. But like what happens at the bottom here at the end is that they're going like, well, we think you're a cunt. It's like, no, I wasn't the cunt first. They were a cunt. I'm standing up for myself. Go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself. Peace out. And that's how it works. If person A is an asshole, then you get an arse pass. Does that mean they get to have anal sex? I'm confused. Quite enjoyed that. An arse pass. I like an arse pass. Sore point, Alex. No, I like to work up to a crescendo because it looks good on TikTok videos later. I have never
Never have I ever
had a
relationship with a brother's girlfriend.
No.
Now you're questioning whether that's true or not.
yeah. No, I haven't. But I think me and Matthew were both interested in the same girl at one point, which is in the end, final resolution is quite ironic, I suppose. But at any rate, he was interested in this girl and so was I. And they kissed and I got fucking pissed off. And I'm like, what the fuck? You don't even like her. And you only did it because I liked her. And he was like, whatever, I'll do whatever I want, blah, blah, blah. And then I spoke to her and she's like, why didn't you just kiss me? And I'm like, because it's weird to just go up and kiss girls.
You were kind of in my brother's mouth at the time.
Not at that point. But anyway, yeah, no, it hasn't really happened, to be honest with you. This just hasn't really It's never come up.
Never have I ever met my brother's girlfriend. Not seen him in 10 years. Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, you won't be able to.
Difficult to steal his girlfriend if you don't see them.
You have to be at in the same location. I hope this was at school. Though, for reference, my brother was 2 years below me, so in the same time frame as this, because my elder brothers are too far away from me too. I could not have had a relationship with my elder brothers.
Well, you could, but that would have been a whole different kind of
Oh my
interesting.
God, can you imagine? I mean, so the only person it really would have worked with is Matthew, and the situation happened at Amateur Dramatic, so unsurprisingly, it's super dramatic.
You brought the dramatic.
Yeah. Welcome in, Tom, by the way. We were talking about the fact that you needed to not be in Japan anymore because you need to do some sweet BCW.
Sorry, bro. We're going to get you fired. The campaign's already begun. It's just a matter of time now.
If you're up now, did you want to play some Gloomhaven? Because we'll wrap this shit up. I am serious. Right. Where is it? I still feel like, by the way, when I read this, I thought this would go either way, because some people might have been in the grudges are shit, get a fucking grip, it's your daughter, you're the arsehole, listen, bygones.
I love grudges.
Or
Grudges
I
that are
love
my
grudges and I'm
friend.
right. So do we have a poll for this? I don't know. Is this guy the arsehole for holding on to this grudge? That's the question. Is he an arsehole or is he not the arsehole?
I don't care what they say. I mean, they can add their own stamp. He is not the arsehole.
Not the arsehole. Everyone saying, no poll needed. Op is NTA. Clonk, clonk. I like it. Hells no.
Arsehole for ruining his daughter's wedding. No, she ruined her own wedding. She ruined her own wedding.
Listen, she did it to herself.
She brought him an ultimatum.
And that's why it really hurt. Move on, man, says Tam. See, I knew it would eventually get some split in there.
No. A grudge is a grudge, and we will grudge it.
If a problem comes along, you must grudge it. Grudge it good. Do. Bow, bow. Do. Grudge that grudge. Give that grudge a grudge. Anyway.
Always be grudging.
I listen. My friends call me Grudge Bearer Borton. And there is a reason why they call me that. And it's not because I don't hold on to grudges.
No, it's because he collects bears and they've all got grudges.
Grudge Bearer.
Grudge Bear Borton. He's got loads of grudge bears.
Bloody love a bear. Settling in the cage. Actually, that would be an amazing way to end this. Like, listen, there'll be a cage at the wedding. It's brother on brother.
The dad turns up and says, look, I've thought about it and my brother can come on the condition I get to punch both him and his wife in the nose 3 times.
Oh my God.
You can take that to them, and if they're not into it, you know where I stand.
Do you know, I think there must be something to let this bad blood be gone, but it's amazing. Talk about a storyline in the making. 20 years in the making, working all the way through until it ends up in a cage match at the wedding. It would just be the best way to finish it.
Loser leaves town match, yeah.
Yeah. Loser pays for the entire wedding match. Oh my God.
And gets the original wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like winner gets the girlfriend. Basically, you have to give her up. If I win, I get your wife. And if you win, I will never speak to you again and I'll pay for the entire wedding. I think that's a match I'd like to see. I would watch that shit. Can you imagine those stipulations?
That's a lot more long-term storytelling than any wrestling company could ever pull off. But yeah, might have to bring it down to it's been 2 months.
Yeah.
Get it in time for WrestleMania,
Don't live with anger, except on Tuesday nights. Yes, we do like being angry, ranty cunts.
And grudging.
And I think at this point, it's probably time to stop and go to Nova.
And get our zen on.
Yeah.
We've done the ranting, we've done the banting. It's time
we need to
get out of here and chill out and be normal, civilized, productive members of society.
Yeah. You're not civilized, though, because you're a super gangster. Any words for us just before you hit that button?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, yeah, I am feeling a bit more zen. But, I mean, really, it's been a hella good night. And... No, I don't have any further words. Not one.
Not even a single one.
No. Because you know what's not a word?
Fuck, shit, store.